We're probably live, and I
Uh,
doubt. Oh yeah, fuck man. If anyone can actually see anything, let me know in the comments. Um, hey Evolution, I miss you, man. Can you hear me? Can you see me?
I hope they can see us and hear
Sign
us.
into chat. Oh, for fuck's
Not
sake.
thoroughly see, but
Alright,
I don't know
alright.
if this unless
No,
we
don't
stream on
create a
stream.
YouTube channel. Sorry, everything as usual likes to get go wrong whenever I try and do anything with you. It's not your fault. Everything works
It's
fine.
probably the government interfering.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
got some dirt on. I learned a lot about Caden. Now that my friend got me taught me how to get back on the kiwi farms again. Caden is a criminal.
I don't know what the
Chris's new
fuck's
owner.
going on at all, man. People, can you see us? Because everything as usual. The fucking CIA don't want
Now that
softness.
my friend got me taught me how to get back on the kiwi farms again.
Mm.
Oh, I better let my guys know then.
I don't know what the
Chris's new
fuck's going on
owner.
at all, man.
Because I was at
People,
I
can you
did go
see
to
us?
APEC too.
Because
I posted
everything.
pictures on. I'll have to show you sometime, but I did get 10 pictures at APEC when I went. I don't know if I kept all the pictures or not, but they're on my Telegram.
Okay, hold on a
I
sec, man. People can
have to
hear us,
put
but
them
they
in here.
can't see us because, as usual, things are being fucking annoying. Fuck you, not you, Sockness, but the fucking. Okay, I'm gonna have to. God damn it. Let's see.
I know YouTube hates me.
They hate me too, but they want me to fucking come
Yeah, they
back.
hate any true. They hate anyone that speaks true.
Well,
Oh
they
yeah,
think I'm
we
a
do.
Nazi and shit, even which is
That
completely.
doesn't make any sense.
Uh,
We know what a Nazi is, and no one on this stream is one. Well, I'll go view the stream, and it's probably good. So I'm gonna view it. Of course,
sorry, hold on, man. I'm just trying to get this thing to work for a change. Why is
load
Discord
it.
not fucking showing? Otherwise, it's just gonna be a fucking, audio
I
only.
thought we had this. I thought we had this memorized by now. We've done how well 3 streams now, or 3 or 4.
Yeah, that was a different software, man. This software has worked every
Oh,
fucking
it
time,
was.
except this time because it wants to be fucking annoying. It should be working, but let's see. People will be able to see this, but let's see if I can drag this over here.
I'm still waiting.
What the fuck? It's not capturing Discord, even though I have it on the fucking screen. Oh man, as usual.
Well, loaded enough to get to 4 likes.
What a way to fucking start.
Like, damn, us comedy central.
Không phải đâu, không phải, không phải
Every
đâu, không phải đâu, đừng nói như
Uh,
thế.
that's a Vietnamese woman who's quite famous that I.
stream last time you did that Chinese or just
Oh yeah,
oh,
that's a Vietnamese live streamer that's quite famous that I'm friends
what
with. She has no
was
idea
that
who I am. But she sounds like a fucking she put fucking Japanese women
internet
to shame.
tabs?
It's sounding like a fucking child when she's
Fake here.
you know in a fucking
Like, I mean, it's
20.
not even loading.
Hold on,
It's loading everything. It
all right.
already has 4 likes. Why did the likes reload? That was weird. It just reloaded the likes.
Okay. This is fucking bullshit. Nothing wants to work.
It's that's what I have.
What, sorry?
Think it. Oh, does this show a tunnel in yours too? Like just repeat your screen over and over.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know why collab cam didn't fucking work. Like I've had no issues with this except this time. Uh, let's see. Sorry
No longer
to
live, but
all our true, yeah, we're live. True and honest fans, you know. We are doing everything possible to
maybe
sort
you should
this.
just share your screen and go to Let's Play.
I
Maybe you should
do.
just play that game in the background or something.
Yeah, I will.
If you
I would
did
just
that
share
work,
the screen. It's not showing Discord, so you know, because it's
yeah,
been,
now it's showing like a background.
yeah, Paradiso Canto. It should be showing Discord because you know.
Cool background.
Thanks, man. I mean, look. That's fucking Discord, but it won't fucking show, even though it's right in front of the fucking screen. Strange, yeah. Oh shit.
No, now I
Don't do.
can take my shirt off.
I accidentally I lucky my screen's not actually showing right now. I accidentally went to one of my friends who I'm sure who I was showing weapons to because
Oh,
I was trying to explain to him that since he almost got fucking murdered by Hamas, that
damn.
you know, he needs to buy a fucking gun and at least carry on him a fucking knife, right? So I was telling him what kind of
Yeah.
knife to use because if you want to, you need to fucking be because he's Israeli Jew, and you know, I won't say where he lives, but he narrowly escaped being fucking kidnapped and killed by them,
Damn.
and all the Nazis watching, whom have been dickheads to me during this period. Hearty fuck you all.
Uh,
I've had multiple friends fucking killed. Yeah, yeah, and I've had friends killed by fucking ISIS on 10 years to the date that my friend was almost killed by fucking Hamas, and they even filmed my friend's execution, unloading uh, 30 guys in his town. They made them all kneel down.
yeah.
Guys with AK-47s, right at their backs, and they didn't just do, you know, a couple of shots through the back of the shoulder blades and through the heart, killing you, and then in the head. They unloaded the entire clips into them.
Damn.
Into 30 guys, entire AK clips. Got my friends just fucking fountaining blood everywhere in a fucking tidal wave.
Yeah, those
So
road sides hella mess up. They'll shoot you in the knees and leave you
I
on the
mean,
lead, just leave you
he,
dead and leave you to die.
yeah, I mean he's lucky
And that's
because they
public
didn't
view.
cut his arms off and slit his throat slowly and shit, or do other things, but it's not fun. It's not fun having a friend fucking murdered, and then people, you know, watching it as a fucking gore video. It takes the dignity away from the human being who's been killed. And so knowing what Hamas do to, you know, when they capture Israeli Jewish men, and because most Israeli Jewish men don't
Yeah.
have any IDF, because you get conscripted, yeah, I
And
kind of,
mandatory.
yeah, I kind of
I've heard
lost
they
my
even
shit.
conscript autistic people.
Hmm?
I heard they even conscripted autistic people using their intelligence
Yeah,
department.
yeah,
They
Intel
don't, they
Corps.
don't, they don't conscript them. It's mandatory even for disabled people. They put everybody's conscripted no matter what, even disabled. They don't care. They'll put everyone's can.
Yeah, you're right, man.
It's
They use you as
I don't know. Yeah,
intelligence analysts.
yeah,
Sorry for the really
yeah.
fucking shitty stream, guys. Well, should I just fucking play that? I mean, this is fucking disaster that I got. I do not know why I cannot show Discord, even though I've done everything.
Yeah, I don't know. You used
It's just not showing up. Here's Discord, you fucking piece of shit. Look, it shows. You can see that I've got a fucking thing open, but it's not showing on the fucking screen. Or maybe it will if I
yeah, I
do it.
see. That is so weird. I won't show anything but your desktop.
Yep, it is driving me fucking crazy. Let's see what people are saying. So good, do we're here to hear from you and not see you guys. Oh, but otherwise, the Zoomers and shit, what are they gonna do? They're fucking ADHD and lack of enough amphetamines, you know?
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to have like anime girls in the background or some shit. I'll take
You
it.
always put a GIF. Oh, you can always put a GIF as your background.
A what?
You put a GIF image in your background.
I,
Have someone edit the stars and not the twinkle.
I mean, I could do
Make a GIF out of it.
I could just put Julie
How come that
video
would?
on
Oh yeah,
the
that's
classic.
the app. Like, that-
Alright, I got an idea.
This change its setting on me. That's not.
I got an idea. I'm gonna close Discord and open it again. So the stream will keep
Okay,
running.
I'll just stay here. I think.
Yeah, I'll call you again in a second. But yeah, my
Không phải
Vietnamese.
đâu. Không phải đâu, đừng nói như thế.
Well, I guess you put that on temple. There we go.
Can other people hear my Vietnamese waifu?
Không phải, không phải đâu. Không
Let's see.
phải đâu. Không phải đâu, đừng nói như thế.
If people can, let's see if people can hear that.
Không
Oh,
phải
yeah,
đâu.
they should be able to.
Không phải đâu, đừng nói như thế.
That is a woman coming to her 30s. Yeah, she didn't know who I was. I was playing a game and in Southeast Asia, and she ended up finding me funny. So I'm on some fucking Vietnamese live streamers video abusing anime girls that I'm killing in a video game. And yeah,
So there.
not being very classy, going like, yeah, that's what you get, you
We're
stupid
someone make a
fucking
kill.
bitch.
We're someone make a video game killing SpongeBob SquarePants. Him and anime girls got the most annoying voices on TV.
Oh, but she puts them to shame.
I hate this. I hate SpongeBob's laugh. It's like the worst laugh ever. It's like the worst laugh in all of cartoon history. It's SpongeBob. He's got the worst. He's got to be the worst of the worst. I feel sorry for the actor. I feel sorry for the person.
The pirate guy. The pirate guy.
Well, yeah, he's cool. The pirate can be
Yeah,
game.
he's the voice, man.
He lives in a pineapple under the sea. SpongeBob
Yeah,
SquarePants.
you know the episodes where he's dressed up as a fucking pirate. That's the voice actor who does SpongeBob and shit.
It's holy crap.
He's fucking cool. I used to have him as my MySpace picture. That's how fucking
Oh, you
old I
did?
am.
I haven't had MySpace.
I'm talking about in
Damn,
the
that was over the
2000s.
day. It's like 2009.
Yeah,
That was
yeah.
like 2009 when I finally abandoned because everybody
Patchy,
stopped being
Patchy the
active.
pirate. Thank you. Sorry, man. Somebody. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Tom Kenny. So yeah, Patchy the pirate. There was another guy who lived in the same city as me, who who had the same name as me, who looked exactly like Patchy the pirate. So in 2006, I made that my profile picture. Everyone thought I was the other guy, and
Yeah.
that was quite funny because he was a famous became a famous musician and in a lot of death metal bands as a bass player, but he looked just like the guy, and he had the same name as me, so mistaken identity. But yeah, that guy, I can't tell you what bands he was in, but he was in some like really famous fucking grindcore bands and shit like that. Because he made some really naughty secret things that were on MySpace, fake MySpace bands
Oh.
that are legendary in certain parts of Australia from back in the day, but but extremely racist as a joke, and no one knew who made it. It was making fun of Aboriginals, and if you
Yeah.
have lived in certain states of Australia and had to constantly fight Aboriginals because of horrendous conditions. Yeah, I know. I'm trying to sort shit out. Anyway, that nobody in the US will understand what the fuck I'm talking about. Anyway, I'm trying to sort it out.
We probably got our own version of it.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
yeah.
think we do got our own version. We have our own version of racist music. We got KKK and all that here. It's still on YouTube. Some of it's still on YouTube. But yeah, you can't talk about the president
Mm.
and his mental health, but
Oh, do
you
you
can
mean
have racist music.
dementia
Yeah,
edition president who has the
yeah.
worst fucking foreign policy
Oh man, you should have
possible?
seen him at APEC. APEC was epic. He was like standing the wrong way when he was supposed to shake Xi Jinping's hands. He was facing the wrong way and shaking mid air.
Are you fucking serious? He
Yeah, it was that is that far gone.
did he sniff
He's
anyone's hair?
literally he's
Did he sniff any children's hair? Because Biden.
I
He,
don't think there was children. I think they kept all the kids away.
yeah, that
There
was
was too
probably
many
for the
cameras.
best. That was for the best. It's like having Chris live with his mother again. The temptation and the love.
I'm starting to wonder what's a better situation because Caden's is a shroom dealer. He grew a psilocybin mush.
Psilocybin.
Yeah, he was growing those in Missouri, but they're legal in California. The next streams. Now that I'm paying, I'm gonna send them. Why don't you come to California? Your mushrooms will make bank out here because they're legal in San Francisco. Like pretty much everything's legal here. Even if it's
Yeah,
not on the books, it's still legal.
I mean, if I
Here's
came
a
there, if I ever come and hang out with you, um, you got good cocaine, right? Like it's not.
I wouldn't trust it out
Oh, I
here.
know good coke.
Everything's there's
So I can tell in two
fentanyl's in
seconds.
everything.
Oh yeah,
Fentanyl's
yeah,
in everything. Fentanyl's literally in everything. So I wouldn't take anything from anyone off the street. I would just stick with stuff that's like stuff that's like got a brick and mortar and a license. You can get mushrooms and weed
yeah. But
and
I
alcohol
I fucking
like from
hate
brick and
those
mortar.
those three. They're like the only drugs I don't do. Is psychedelics, weed, and yeah, booze. But
People are mentioning and yeah, people on Q-Force are thinking that Caden's gonna get Chris on and that'll be the next saga. Because there's
fuck.
no way I can get. I know I have the address. I have the address, the phone numbers. I have everything for contacting them. So I'm going to mail a Christmas card and invite them to California. It's like, hey, you're gonna restart your shroom business.
That
Christine's got plenty of fertilizer in her dirty briefs. You just gotta put the mushrooms on them.
would
I'm sure
actually
they'll be
work.
extra potent.
Yeah, it'd be
They'll
extra
be
potent.
extra magical because they'll have the
The
merge in them.
goddess.
They'll be merged with Chris.
Yeah, yeah, the goddess of the.
Organic fertile, organic goddess fertilizer.
Uh, all right, I'm gonna
Those
quit.
mushrooms will probably be glowing.
I'm gonna quit the fucking
Damn.
Discord for a second and reopen it because I don't want my to see if it works. So I'll be right back. Sorry,
Okay.
people, and I'm gonna shut the fuck up when I come back because this is a Sockness stream. So yeah, let's see if this works. I'll be right back. It will still be streaming though. Don't know why this happens every fucking time I do anything with Jacob. Everything fucks up. It is weird. Nothing works. And fucking piece of shit. Yeah, still not showing up. This is fucking ridiculous. Alright. Anybody know how to fucking use this shit? Because it's got Discord, but it's not fucking showing it. So you can see my fucking analytics. Yeah, yeah, Jacob's coming back. It's just refusing to capture Discord. No matter what I do. Try my browser. In what way? Using the browser version of the software or the browser version of Discord. Let me know so I'll do one of them.
Oh, yeah. Let me mute the stream then. I guess we.
Open Discord in Opera. Okay, thank you. Thank you. Just hold on one moment. I'm just gonna have to turn off the screen capture. So there's probably just gonna be nothing but audio. And yeah, open Discord in browser.
Yeah,
That's a
I
good
guess we
idea.
could. Well, we could film a little later in the week if you want. Try to get one that works. Just,
Oh, this will work.
I guess I don't know.
This guy's smart. Smart idea. I'm gonna have to quit Discord again. You stay here. I'm gonna call you from my browser. This should work. Um, and if it does, I'm eternally thankful for that person saving us.
Yeah, we're already 43 minutes. I haven't gotten into any stuff I found out about Chris.
Oh, we will. We will.
I think we'll actually be ahead of. We'll actually be ahead of most of the YouTubers.
Mm,
Because so far, Gibby hasn't said anything about the crimes. I haven't seen anything talking about Hayden's past. And
We'll
what
talk about
I
that
think something's going to
in
happen.
a sec. Like, I think you should give
Yeah.
an overview of the situation. I need to quit Discord on my fucking. Where are you, Discord? Because this person will fix the situation. Background processing. Fucking end task. Okay, this should work. Yeah, this should fucking work.
Chat.
And now I will share, create new source, screen capture, blah blah blah. Add a new source. Someone just saved our shit. So Chud Shot Records, you have saved this. Thank you. Thank you very, very much. Works. Jesus fucking Christ. That has been a nightmare. Sorry, man. At least
Yeah.
next time, I know.
Oh, we're visible now.
Well, right now yeah, I'm gonna have to just do it this way. Alright, let's start from scratch. Yeah, tell Jacob Dems expects Huggies as payment. Dems. Yo. Hey.
I mean, I can still hear you.
Alright, so I have no idea what the fuck's going on other than Christian's, because I don't give a shit about Christian at all anymore. Oh, there goes Jacob. Nice solar energy medallion. So yeah, let's get started. I'm here with Jacob Sockness, the Aleister Crowley of our era.
Well, the end of that. The other one.
Oh, and to anyone
Damn,
who's never
this stuff's
seen us,
brittle.
oh yeah?
The
Oh,
power of solitude.
don't give them money, man. They don't
Give me
deserve.
money.
Don't give them money,
You need to
man.
get monetized, dude.
Oh, me.
You need to get monetized.
I don't know if they will. They have offered to lower my, because I disappeared for 3 months and they are running ads on my
Yeah.
videos anyway. They've decided to allow super chats if I get, because I've got the watch hours. It's just I don't have the subscribers. But I'm allegedly an insight role for a alleged extremist organization, so I'm not sure. And I refuse to take down the pedophile exposing video after being told over and over again. But I think they realized that I didn't dox
Okay.
anyone.
You should do a piece. You should do a piece on YouTube and then post it to Rumble.
Oh yeah, I did post the uncensored one on Rumble because I assumed that my channel was going to be banned completely because I was getting mass flagged by 764 and fake ONA pedophiles. Like
Oh.
mass flagged. They
Damn.
upload me on porn websites too to circumvent me getting views. So they don't.
Okay. Talk about desperate.
Yeah, I know.
Sounds like
I'm not even monetized anyway, so it's like I'm not getting. And so I get more views on porn websites than on YouTube. I should probably take advantage of that.
You probably should. You
All right,
probably get an
can you turn
OnlyFans.
your mic up a little bit, and we'll get.
Oh,
if you can catch me and everyone else up, all I know is Christian's out of prison. I watched a live stream with you sending Chris money, and I saw 333, and I was sitting next to a friend, and I was like, "Hey, that's a fucking reference to Coronzon."
Uh,
Like, were you
yeah, that's
referencing
how
me? Because,
yeah. It was secret. Wasn't Dre, you
well, to my friend who's no longer
Chris
my
doesn't
friend
know shit.
anymore, fuck you.
The
I was
trolls know. The
right.
trolls will know because they're all.
Sorry?
The trolls know what 333 is because they're all CIA tools anyway. That's why no one because that's why Chris is like unreachable. Anyone who tries to save Chris is like that's why Chris is out in the middle of nowhere. I looked up the house. Look up Big Ben. It's literally in the middle of nowhere. And
Like, who
I
do.
looked it up and I found out this Caden is the he's got a hell of a rap sheet for growing mushrooms in Missouri in the central U.S. So I was like, what are they gonna do to Chris with mushrooms now? I was like, that must be what's next. So
I
they're
mean,
gonna try
Chris
they're
is
gonna try they're gonna
Christo
try some
enough,
funny
man. He's schizo enough. Uh, without the fucking.
he's boring. If you haven't seen the recent streams he's done, he is boring now.
Yeah, man.
It is so boring now. Because the only
You're the only
interaction
interesting thing,
we get is
is you.
faces.
You're the
Well
only interesting thing because. And yeah, but yeah, to my friend, it's no longer my friend because he thinks I'm a Nazi. Fuck you. I was right. It was Sockness making a reference to my shit. So fuck you, you fucking cunt. And you're gonna soon see, though you never watch my shit, which is why you think I'm a Nazi, you stupid prick, that, oh, by the way, I'm actually doing something that might cause more than a little bit of controversy. Anyway, moving on. Um, Thank you though. Thanks for that reference because Chris was going, "Oh, don't shout anyone out," and I do not want Christian to be fucking mentioning me. I get but I found that subtle reference. That's what people don't get about you. You're fucking smart, really smart, and that was a sly reference, getting circumventing Christian's embargo on shouting anyone out, and you shouted me out, and
yeah.
with the theory that I put out there like 3 years ago, you know. So
Yeah,
I
Chris ain't gonna
appreciate
get
that.
interested. Chris will never be interested. You're too intellectual for him. He won't. He'll never sit through one of your videos. Requires a brain. He ain't gonna be able to do it. He won't. It's like even Bugs Bunny is too smart for him. Even that flies over his head. He doesn't know. It's like he's still trying to cover up what he did to his mom, and
Mm,
everybody knows. I think I'm thinking about trying to do a FOIA request and see if I can get the court records that way.
do
Because
it.
we got to. I don't know. I want to know what's in there. I want to know what was. I want to know what was in those court records.
They would not have kept him in
I want to
in
read.
jail for that long, because they would have done a rape kit on Barb, and they wouldn't have held him
Yeah.
that long just on circumstantial evidence. More than a year in jail for. I mean, I know he was circumventing money illegally. Um, so I mean, he should have been charged with exploiting the elderly just for the financial
They
exploitation.
didn't even. And they didn't even do that much. And that's clear, cut and dry case right there.
Hmm.
He stole like $600 from his mom.
Yeah, he should be charged.
I think it was from her account.
Yes, it
I'm not. I
was.
think it was.
And he spent it all in one
Yeah, he
day on
put it.
fucking crystals
Yeah, and then all of it's
and
gone now.
and toys. And then that idiot Killstream guy filmed the dimensional merge happening. You see, why do people fucking demonize you? What have you done? You have done nothing other than
Yeah,
proclaim your love to Christian back in the day and get drunk and talk about your channeling
other
religion
yeah.
stuff because you have done an Aleister Crowley and proclaimed yourself essentially
Yeah.
a prophet, and you're more like Crawley than anyone I know involved in a fucking OTO and shit. That's why Crowley was unbelievably controversial, and your shit's actually interesting and extremely
Yeah.
detailed. And
Yeah, and I don't know what's going on with this. So this new stuff, these plays that Chris is releasing, they're pretty lame. He doesn't, all the Bible references he's referencing, he doesn't understand it. It's pretty clear. He wants to be Jesus, but doesn't do any Jesus-like behavior at all. He does like the exact opposite. So I guess I'm gonna start calling him the Antichrist. He's doing the opposite of Christ. He's trying to be another Christ.
well, you're true.
Which is
You're
a
right.
second meaning of anti. There's two meanings of anti. One means like the opposite, or like it means to just like destroy Christ. And there's another meaning. It means like another, like an ante room.
Mm.
Like in a house is an ante room. Just means like another room. So Jesus, so Chris is basically the antichrist, like literally, because he's claiming to be Christ. He's the other Christ. I
Yeah.
act more Christ-like than she does, or he, or whatever.
Hey.
Besides, Christ is a guy for a reason. The son of God, not the daughter of God. So it's all they can
But
sneak all kinds of stuff past them. And the only person's gonna understand it, maybe some of the Kiwi farms people know, but they're not talking about me anymore. And I think it's on purpose.
yeah, Christian has been boring since fucking 12.
At least
You're the
since
only thing that was interesting, other than the idea guys making Sonichu funny again.
yeah.
With Chris raping Sonichu and stuff going, I'm
Yeah,
doing this for
after that it
you.
got stupid. I
Yeah.
wish I wish I'd listened to my roommate back in 2007 and got involved at the beginning when she first heard about it. But it was so silly back then. I was like, I should have gotten involved back then.
Oh
Things would
yeah.
have been a lot different.
Yeah, you would have gotten raped instead of Bob.
Probably. Yeah,
I mean, Christian, you're not the biggest guy. I mean, for fuck's sake, they haven't had a Noel is an idiot. I respect him for turning the making the Kiwi farms, even though the Kiwi farms has been. I haven't been on it in a long time. I'm just a footnote in your 300 last time I checked fucking pages, forum pages of shit. I'm there one paragraph, and I'm good with that. Hopefully.
well, you deal with far more dangerous stuff than them, anyways. This is
Uh,
just CIA. You deal with far worse. And at worst, Chris is being manipulated by the CIA because it's a lot of it sounds like MK Ultra shit. A
I
lot
just
of it
don't.
sounds
Who's
like
given
kind of
him
like
the
what happens. Like
set
all the
him up?
trolls have.
I mean,
It's
he's
like I
worse
now I
than me.
look.
Sorry, man. Like with this
Like
stream, setting up a fucking live stream. He did it, and it didn't start off as a disaster like this one did. Somebody knows what they're fucking doing, and actually, green screen funding him, and the amount of
it's
money people are
Caden.
giving him. Caden, like, who is
Yeah, it's
he? Where did he show
who
up?
are these who are these people giving him like the $100 or 50? Last time the big one was like 120 or something.
Yeah,
Who are those people? Are they
a- and
are they the
why?
CIA people funding
No,
this?
it's just
Because
fucking
every
idiots, man. I mean, he raped his mother. That's his claim to fame now, because and people are giving him money. I mean, Jesus fucking Christ, this is the absolute state of this is
I feel
why
sorry for the world.
hmm, this is
I
why I
feel
agree
sorry for
with
the
O and
Western
A
world.
on the evolutionary perspective they have of society being humanity being in a state of de-evolution. Christian is the absolute antithesis, fuck's sake, of
Yeah.
O and A, aeonic
We've
aeonics.
seen the same pattern happen with Christians. Happen. I looked up Wings of Redemption. I watched a documentary documenting him from the start to utter destruction, like where Chris is at now. that somehow Chris is now resurrecting like some kind of like undead zombie. All the other locales they burned out. Where Wings of Redemption went the same. We started out normal, and he turned into like a complete nervous wreck towards the end.
Mm.
They did the same thing with Daniel Larson, who I just finished watching that last week. I'm
I don't
on
know who he
a
is.
he's a homeless guy in Denver who's got autism. And all these people have autism, by the way.
Mm.
All the big locales, they all of them have like some autism or something like it. They all seem to have that awkwardness or whatever. And then
Yeah,
they did Daniel
you
Larson, the homeless
survive.
guy, and they
Sorry,
messed
man.
with him to the point he wanted to be like a musician. He wanted to be like a rock star kind of thing. So they would make fake accounts and claim their record labels and stuff, and he keep falling for it over and over again. Like Chris falls for
Mm.
everything over and over, never learns. They did one called Jay Sonic. He does the barb to Sonic the Hedgehog plush toys,
Mm.
and he still active, but he got kicked off everything because his content was X rated.
Okay.
So they shut him down.
Uh,
And I'm watching
so, sorry, Jacob.
I
One
forgot what the
thing.
guys.
Your fans are jumping in.
I need
Let me just
to
tell you what some people have said. To Chuck Stegall, how is Jacob a creep? How? How can you say that when you compare it to Christian? Jesus. And the guy who saved the stream, yeah, quick. Uh, donors are nuts and just a bunch of kids sending in money, just like Daniel Larson, like you said, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they did the same. I'm watching Airsoft Fatty, right? I was watching Airsoft Fatty when we started the stream, and it's about halfway through, and he's got handlers just like Christian does. It's like every single locale they have the same pattern. I'm starting to think there's something bigger going on to these people because it's the same thing on all of them. Like every single one of them is the exact same pattern. They get discovered, and it discovers them. Also, these weird people just show up and actually, I think with Airsoft Fatty, they actually controlled his. They actually got into his bank account and controlled it, just like Noel was trying to do to Chris. Actually, Noel did do to Chris.
mm.
So I don't know if it's. I bet Noel still has access to all of that because Chris ain't gonna be smart to change his passwords.
I
None of
think
these
he had
people are. Maybe Wings
uh,
of Redemption is the only one with a brain among all the cows, but they never managed to control him that far. But they got a Airsoft Fatty. He's on having an odor practically, and they think at some point they end up giving up at some point because it gets so these people are so ridiculous. My next one I think is Johnny Elbows is the next one on the list. He's another autistic guy where his owner gave up on him when he hit on a 13-year-old girl or whatever that was at a playground.
Jesus.
He looked at her butt and said some gross comment, and that was the last this guy his person was around. And they don't like. So I know something's gonna happen with Christian at that house. So it's like four units, and there was a mention on Kiwi Farms where I searched my name, and someone was saying that they're gonna do a fish tank with that with locales in that house.
Oh,
But it's got
th-
Kaden might do fish tank and bring me out there, but I'm not gonna go out there.
don't, don't. I mean,
I'm not going out there.
funny you
They're
mentioned
literally
fish
like
tank.
almost the west. They're almost at West. They're almost on West Virginia. They're that far in, so they're not
Mm,
near any way out. They're like 18 miles from the city of Lynchburg, which is like 10,000
mm.
people or
What
something
a
like that.
name
It's not
for a
very
city,
big.
fucking Lynchburg.
Yeah,
Jesus
Lynchburg.
Christ.
There's a whole bunch of them.
I mean,
There's a whole bunch of
are
them in
they
America.
lynching Jews or blacks? I don't know.
It's black people. It'd be named because of black people or something. But there's a whole bunch of them in the South. There's Lynchburgs all over the South. There's like you pick any of the South states, you'll find a Lynchburg in there somewhere.
That
I've even found place names that had the N word in them that are still there. There's like the N word Gulch or Dead N word Gulch. I think so. There's an
Holy
actual like
shit.
creek somewhere in Georgia.
Oh, that's bad, man.
This
That's really
country's really bad.
bad.
This country's really
There must have
yeah. This
been like
country's really awful.
that. It reminds me of like Quentin Tarantino's Django Unchained, and like with the the nigger hole where they throw the So yeah, I said it. What I'm trying to say is Dead Nigger Gulch. That name is really
Yeah,
ominous. They must be throwing
I
fucking
think it's actually
blacks
still
down
there.
there back in the day. That's fucked. Like that's like mass grave
Yeah,
genocide level shit. That's shit from like where I'm from. Like Balkans,
yeah,
level sounding shit. Jesus, man. Yeah, I know I say stupid shit like that, but I refuse
yeah.
to censor
I
myself.
think there's a Wikipedia list. I think I found on a Wikipedia list or something. Or like racist. I think there's a racist place names somewhere. I don't know. I don't know if it's still around. This was back in like 2006 to 2009 when me and my friend were looking up all kinds of crazy things. That's when I discovered Hell, Michigan. When it was a man, it's like when hell freezes over. Well, just wait till November. It'll freeze over. It's up in Michigan. Let's go up to Michigan. We'll go to hell. It's like a small little. It's got a lake. It even has a lake. There's a
Yeah.
little town called Hell, Michigan.
Well, it turns out you ended up moving to hell anyway in San Francisco.
Yeah, this is the physical hell though. They just
Yeah,
didn't want to name it that so people wouldn't catch on.
yeah. I
But
mean, I've been looking into some stuff about San Francisco because it's interesting. It what it was to what it's become, and
yeah,
it's a shame. It's a tragedy for people like yourself because the level of homophobia um in Australia, Sydney was the place to go if you were gay for quite a while. People would move to Sydney, and yeah,
I
San
don't know
Fran.
what's happened. Did they ruin it? Did they ruin it? Did they ruin Sydney like we did?
Um,
Like we ruined Texas?
no, I don't
Because
know,
we
man.
destroyed
I got no
Texas.
connections. I've only been to Sydney once, and that was during the Cronulla riots. So I showed up at right the perfect time where
Oh,
yeah, I was like
riots are
six.
fun.
Yeah, I was like 16, and this is the Cronulla riots are between mostly Lebanese, Australians, and fucking very annoyed and angry. Well, not native Australians, they're not Aboriginals. Um, Anglo, English Australians, and it just was an absolute fucking disaster. But yeah, I got to miss out on it, which is kind of lucky. I was there though, like in that period. That's the only time I've been to Sydney. I don't know anything about New South Wales, man.
Because I remember when there was the people there was all vacation packages and stuff for it in the early in the 2000s. I remember vacation packages were advertised all over the Castro. They used they probably still have a neighborhood. I don't know if it's decent shape anymore because wherever people in California go, they tend to wreck it.
well,
'Cause we destroyed Austin. We turned Austin into a liberal cesspit.
Melbourne is a
It's
fucking nightmare, but the best places to live in Melbourne, I'm not going to say where, are the the gay places essentially. Other than Toorak, which has houses the size of, I mean, properties with walls the size of a fucking you know entire blocks.
you're starting to freeze now.
Oh, am I good now? Am I all right? Yeah, I should be back now. Am I here?
Yeah, I'm coming back now. I turned off the stream from the browser.
Okay.
I had the setting held low too. I set to 480, so it'll be open. You can only see the chat, but I'll just let you take care of the chat then. Because you got a better computer.
Well, if you ever come to Melbourne, yeah, the gay places, they didn't ruin it. They made it fucking better.
Oh, they did?
I much prefer walking around in. I mean, there's a nightclub called Puff Duff, which is quite funny because Pufta being a derogatory term utilized for fucking. It's not really used anymore, but back in the day, it's the equivalent of calling someone a faggot, right? So they
Yeah.
make the biggest gay club in Melbourne
Yeah.
essentially, and they like how black people use the word nigger a lot, they've sort of taken it back. So they
Yeah.
took Pufta and Duff, dance parties. So that's what, yeah, and
You must have better gays than I do because mine won't take back terms. We used to have an event in the early 2000s called Hey Faggot. It was at my bar. It was just, I think it might have been the original underwear night. It was called Hey Faggot.
I
And
like
this was
that
like
though.
two. This is like when I first like when I turned 21. It ran for a few years when I was 20. I was in my early 20s, and they won't take it. And it's like now you can't even say the word anymore.
Yeah,
They get hell offended.
I know. I use it all
It's
the.
almost fun.
I,
They get offended. It's so easy to offend them now. I can wear my Gays Against Groomer shirt and get dirty looks on some people.
have you seen the San Francisco gay choir? Please join that. It's full of fucking sex offenders and pedophiles.
Yeah, I know.
You should
They
join
got this.
it and just absolutely troll the shit out of it. Like imagine if you just showed up and pretend not saying who you are, and then being in one of those videos, man. That would be legendary. And you can like say some based shit that is, we're here for your children and all that shit. You could
Yeah,
just really
I
play
would.
that to
I
show
would
how
start
fucking
kicking.
bad
I
it
would be
is.
kicking ass. I wouldn't be able to hear from their face. I'd be too busy punching faces and getting arrested.
Yeah,
I
I
would
know
not be
it.
able to sit through hearing it.
I
I
I
was
I
I was
can't.
I
I
wanted
thought
to
it was a
punch my
joke.
screen
I
seeing
thought
it. It's not.
I know
It's no joke.
now. I
They're
I, I
pedos.
fuck man. I mean, the sex offender that I doxed, I didn't fucking dox the fucking pedophile because they didn't give his fucking address out. He's in California, right? You know that
Yeah.
pedophile piece of shit who is using my fan base to try and when I realized he was using my fan base to try and get to underage Niner girls who he had actually sexually anyway, I won't go into all that shit. You know what happened
Yeah.
with that guy. I had
Mail
to
his address. Mail his address to a bunch of prisoners in jail. Just mail the address to a bunch of prisoners in jail with what he did,
well,
and let
I will say
evolution
what he
sort
did.
itself out.
Um, there are two police court cases on this guy, annoyingly, because one is someone who's also a pedophile who has the exact same name as this person. So he either raped a 9-year-old boy systematically over a long period, or he raped a 9-year-old girl, possibly, or he was charged with lewd and lascivious acts of the minor under the age of 14. Now, he actually sent dick pics to one of the girls I interviewed, who he was trying to groom, who was under the age of
And
14, and I went, what the fuck? That she didn't realize that. Yeah, so in my video, it censored out. I showed his very small, inadequate penis. Um, and that was funny. And yeah, he got raped, deservingly in prison. But he used that to go and try and get sympathy from teenage girls and to explain why it's okay for him to be a fucking pedophile. And so anyway, fuck that piece of shit. I didn't do anything, and if what I heard is true and his marriage broke down because of me, well, I had to go through a
Good.
fucking divorce, you know? I had to go through one too. You know, yeah. And if he got sent back to prison like Jake Hanrahan, who likes to steal my work and pretend he did it, Jake Hanrahan, and with the usual conjecture and not backing shit up, if he got put back in prison because of me exposing him, well, he's in California, and let's hope that a lifer decides to. You don't have the death penalty in California still, right? They revoked that.
I think we got rid of it like dumbasses. We're
Well,
stupid here. We don't have
that
death
means you
penalty
got
anymore.
more lifers.
Yeah, we got a lot of lifers, and we're letting them out too. We're letting out all kinds of lifers.
But
This
some
state
of
is so
them
stupid.
might, you know,
I think
give
Christian
my
could be a better
friend
governor.
a few fucking, knifing the, the guy. You know, that if there's any lifers, I can't say his fucking name, but I put out a fucking public sex offender registry thing from, California, right? How the fuck does YouTube making me censor that when you have to show that if that person is committing any form of, uh,
Yep.
child abuse, which he was.
And
You
YouTube is based in the Bay Area, so you know who's running it.
Yeah, and so I almost get banned because of just showing a public sex offender's,
It's a public record.
yeah, yeah.
You're allowed to show public
Well,
records.
no, I'm not. I had to, I got mass flagged, even though I didn't dox him. I just showed the fucking record. It doesn't show where he lives, just shows that he's in California, what he did, and his name and face. That's all I did. How is that doxing somebody when it's a public record? That's why I chose him.
Yeah.
I have so many of these fucking 764 pedophile pieces of shit. And, I didn't. I may have name dropped a few of them, but I didn't dox them. Anyway, YouTube, as a friend told me, of course they're going to try and ban you for that.
Yeah,
YouTube
they
is
got to
just
protect their
full of
own.
pedophiles. And
Well,
yeah,
it's the Bay Area. What'd you expect? It's run by a bunch of pedos. And I'm sure Christian would make an actual better governor than Newsom, anyways.
probably.
It would be some probably.
He
Yeah, I
would
think that would I
legalize
think it's an accurate
incest.
statement.
He would legalize incest.
Yeah, that would empty out our prisons of nonviolent criminals for the most part.
Depending if
Depending on who it is, but if they're politicians, they're probably not that violent. But the ones that are usually just crazies. Like
well,
Tenno is full. When you go to Megan's Law, which is the sex offender registry.
mhm.
I don't know. I think it's federal. It's called Megan's Law. I'm not sure if it's .gov or .org, but I guess you can just Google Megan's Law and it'll give you the website. And just look up San Francisco. It's just completely covered in dots. And the whole city's just
Mm.
covered in It's just all pedophiles. And the dots have numbers on them because they'll open up a tab and it'll become even more dots because there's so many. The
It's
same thing for Israel. I don't know what theirs is called, but someone screen capped Israel sex offender registry, and it's shaped exactly like Israel,
mm.
minus the Palestinian parts. Those are not on it. Those are blank. But
Yeah,
the
but
Israel
the
part is
Palestinian
completely covered in
parts,
dots.
the Palestinian parts that the Israeli government officials can't literally can't go in there without. But yeah, at least Israel has the fucking. Trust me, I've lived in all over the fucking place, the kinds of places I've been to.
Yeah,
With pedophilia, pederasty is a big issue within certain Islamic countries, particularly Afghanistan. One thing I respected about the Taliban is they stopped that shit. There used
Yeah.
to be a thing. I think it was every fucking Thursday or Friday night outside of Kandahar Air Base in back in during the war, right? They would have all of the Afghan National Guard, motherfuckers. They who you're fighting for, right? They
Yeah.
dose kids up, young boys up with heroin, and essentially make them physically addicted to heroin so they can't run away. I'm talking about 11-year-olds and shit. And so
Damn.
the
Hella young.
Australian Special Operations Command had to move away from the Afghan National Forces because an incident happened that actually involved a friend of mine where and the Taliban stopped this shit, by the way. They actually stopped the fucking, you know, pederasty every Thursday night deal. And so one of my friends, he ended up fucking having an Afghan National Guard officer go, "Oh, this boy, he escaped. I'll give you $10,000 if you guys, capture him." And so this is now considered a fucking war crime in Australia. However, the context behind this is this friend of mine went, okay, so they ran off after to try and find the escaped heroin addicted child that was being raped by the people that we're trying to put in power. And so instead of finding the kid and bringing him back to be sexually molested, they tracked down Afghan forces who were chasing after the kid for the reward. And a friend of mine with a Heckler and Koch USP Tactical 45 semi-automatic pistol, um, pop, pop, both of them, two Afghan National Guard. I forget what they were fucking called, but anyway, so he just fucking killed two of them. They were about to capture him, and that's considered a war crime, even though they were but also part of the pederasty thing. They were raping children, and yeah, so in the list of Afghan war crimes in Australia, he killed two guys trying to get a reward who were also grooming and raping teenage boys, so the kid could escape his sexual enslavement being endorsed by the coalition forces. It's unpopular opinion and something many people don't know. A lot of officers in the Australian Army had more fucking respect for the Taliban than they did, even though they were fucking killing each other, than they did for the fucking, you know, Afghan forces that they were putting into power. So that actually moved the entire Australian Special Operations Command away from
Damn.
them because of yeah, and this didn't come out for ages, and now it's part of the whole war crimes tribunal. I just bring this up because I'm trying to write a book on the war in Afghanistan, right?
Well, it's gonna be a good one, bet. You know what's actually going on. It's still
Yeah,
not even known around here.
I got
Like our
contacts in
our media hasn't mentioned anything. Not even the conservative media even mentions it.
I can
They
tell
don't even
you
mention any.
exactly what's happening in fucking Afghanistan right now, and
I
also
think you
in
should save it for
Pakistan.
your book. I think you should save it for your book. Don't
Yeah,
spoil the book.
that's true. I've recently got into contact with Pakistani inter-intelligence services ex-officers who were involved in siphoning Mujahideen down into Afghanistan during the Soviet-Afghan War, and these guys are helping me get connected with Taliban who fought against us,
Yeah.
and yeah, because I'm fair, they are helping me out because I'm wanting their perspectives too, because Yeah, even though uh, friends have been fucking. Well, I won't go into it too much, but yeah, it's the situation is very interesting, and Biden absolutely fucked up.
Yeah,
Afghanistan is the Taliban just have to sort out the provinces, get rid of the warlords, and unite the country. And as far as I'm fucking concerned, even though the Deobandi, um, Hanafi school, uh, extremists, Islamic extremists, with a lot of Salafist Hanafi school ideology thrown in there, they're better. That you need a fucking government in Afghanistan that is going to unite people, and so it's either communism. They tried that, didn't fucking work,
yeah,
or it's going to be under the Afghanistan is just going to be lots of provinces with warlords running them, or the Taliban can go and kill the fucking warlords, and get their provinces in order, and then the country can actually start moving forward. So inadvertently, I fucking support the Taliban because it's fucking better for Afghanistan right now if the Taliban are able to get the provinces in order, because then they can deal with the massive, massive problems with regards to well, it's not so much food. And yeah, the rare mineral crisis was caused by Biden, because Afghanistan has been essentially utilized by the US and coalition governments, not just for heroin, but to siphon the immense amount of rare minerals. And guess what? And China was doing it too. I mean,
yeah. I
Trump.
think China's still doing it. 'Cause
No, well, no, because the
I
Taliban
think
fucking kill him. But China, during the time when Trump was president, right? Trump said something very
yeah,
interesting about Afghanistan. He was going, some Chinese contractors, it's siphoning, the minerals there. It's very dangerous. Sometimes they get killed.
damn,
No, he's actually saying that what he's really saying is we're killing Chinese contractors going down to Afghanistan to siphon rare minerals and fuck off. So US, Australian, coalition forces were killing Chinese who were secretly trying to siphon rare minerals.
damn.
And Trump said it in the most amazing way from a foreign policy perspective, hinting at that more are going to get fucking killed if you don't stop China. Like Trump was a fucking genius with certain things. Flaws aside, he was a fucking genius when it came to certain elements of foreign policy and hinting things through the media that unless you that no one will get except for the people that need to get it and people like me who are obsessed with Afghanistan. But yeah, and Biden
Yeah,
is a fucking joke.
yeah. Even his handlers are his handlers are dumb as shit too. They don't seem to know what they're doing at all. They're just everything they touch just turns to ash. And then literally everything they touch. All their policies are backwards.
Uh,
I'm surprised they haven't just done away with Biden, just let this come out openly because they're gonna cheat in the next election. I already know that.
I mean, they
They're not gonna
cheated
let
the
Trump
last
back
one.
in.
Oh no way, man. Um,
They're not gonna let him back in. He's gonna win by default pretty much because they don't have a candidate. Newsom's a piece of crap. I don't know the other guy. They think they had someone else in line, but I don't know who it was because they keep changing the next.
Tucker Carlson's the only person I think that could actually, if he ran, that could actually be a alternative to Trump. Tucker Carlson would absolutely steal the fucking election. No, not steal it
Yeah,
metaphorically. Tucker Carlson's perfect. Tucker Carlson,
yeah,
fucking run for president because they're going to
yeah,
get rid of Trump.
Because I
Anyway,
need someone to vote for. I need someone to vote for, Tucker. You know what to do.
yeah.
Get your name on
I
the
will
ballot,
send
Tucker
you the
Carlson.
nicotine gum that you buy from New Zealand and Australia to as a to stimulate to get high off during your fucking he's not on Fox News anymore but he's what
He's on Twitter.
yeah
He's like, yeah, he doesn't have his own channel anymore. He's just on Twitter.
Tucker, I'll give you a
He
platform.
streams on it somehow.
I give Sockness a platform. I'll give you one, Tucker Carlson. I
Yeah,
love Tucker. He was very funny, very funny.
he's
Uh,
pretty good. I like him too.
he's
I
a
should be the
perfect
vice though.
balance.
I should be vice president.
No, you should be Republican comptroller in what's in San Francisco. I tried to. I tried to fuck with because I'm a spook. I can't help myself but try and mess with
Yeah.
the political environment of a foreign country, which gives the U.S. counterintelligence services um, within the US Army and also within the CIA and the FBI. But within the US Army, it gives them the ability to murder me if they want to, because I am interfering as a foreigner with the electoral process in America. By
Well, if you want to have some fun with Twitter, there's a guy named Scott Wiener. Go read his Twitter. It's
Scott Wiener.
hilarious. Scott
What?
Wiener is I don't know what he's like a senator or something for California. He's a piece of crap. He's
But
a
you,
pet. He's obviously a pedophile because he wants to put those. He wants to put all those books back in. He wants to keep those gay books in schools. The ones with the pornography in them. He
mm,
wants those in school, so you know what he is. He's a groomer. So if you want to mess with anybody, he'll probably be the funnest one. Because Newsom is not. He's a piece of crap. He's not as entertaining as Scott Wiener is.
mm.
Nowhere near as entertaining. And if anyone, the key parts need to find lolcow. Scott Wiener is definitely a good one.
I'm looking him up
They need to do him.
on Twitter. Let's see.
It's under his name. Of course he's got the blue check mark. He's an idiot. He's giving Twitter money.
I got the blue check mark just to see if they would approve me, given the fact that people think that I'm a, you know,
It doesn't mean
extremist.
anything anymore. That's the problem. It's
I,
completely meaningless now. Anyone can get it, and even fake accounts of people are having blue check
I
marks.
I know the only reason I did it is because um it says if you click on the check mark that the account is ID verified, and because there's a lot of people that fucking hate me, I at least people know this is me, not people pretending to be me trying to make me
Well,
look fucking
Elon Musk
terrible.
changed it. You pay $10 for it now.
Yeah,
Elon
but
Musk
you
changed
need to show your
it.
fucking ID. In my case, I deliberately did it so it says if you click my check mark, it is ID verified. Because even if I
I
quit
should check
this,
Christian's check mark.
I,
Christian didn't have a check mark in the past, but
let's
Elon
see,
Musk took a bunch
Chris,
of features away. It's a CPU blue heart,
mm,
and it has blue like a.
found him.
There's two of them now. She has two accounts.
Okay, so Christian,
Has
I
it?
want to proclaim myself as a CPU goddess. Which one?
Well, I guess.
Which one should I
Well, no,
be?
I don't think nobody's claimed the Atari,
I've
the
never.
one with the space aliens.
What's the
No
girl
one's
that
claimed
looks
that
kind
one
of
yet.
autistic-y and is kind of like noir, is it? I've only looked this shit up because out of curiosity. Hyper I can't
No one's
believe.
done the original Game Boy either. No one's done the original Game Boy. I think that's still available.
Well, I probably can't proclaim myself to be a character that already exists in the show, can't I? Because that to if I want to.
I don't think Chris is smart enough to keep track of what systems. I think someone did a three the I think someone did a Visual Boy from the 80s. That would have been a good one for you. It's obscure and not that many people know about it. Look at one of the Chinese knockoff systems. Do one of those.
Yeah, that's a
There's some
that's a good.
interesting ones out. There are some interesting Chinese knockoffs of various game like fake Nintendos where they like change one letter so they can patent it and sell it in the United States and
Mm.
has all the games already stored in the device. One of those things. You should do one of those.
I'm not gonna put effort in because it's not worth it. I'll be this one, blank, blanc, known as Whiteheart. If you look on fucking YouTube, is it showing people? It's probably not showing actually.
Yeah, I can't tell because if I open it, it's gonna start acting up again.
Mm. Okay. Let's
How many
see.
people are how many people are watching now?
Um, uh, for Jet, but I'll be the CPU goddess of I said she kind of looks like a lolly. And she looks pretty autistic.
Yeah.
I'll proclaim myself to be Blanc. What fucking console are you? You fucking. Let's see. Game rolls around different. Yeah, I know. What console is Blanc? Fuck's sake.
I
I'm
don't know.
sorry.
Chris's console's not even a console; it's a computer.
Yeah, the Commodore 64.
Yeah, that's not even a game system. It's a computer. I think
That
my oldest brother might have had one. Well, I don't know. They were expensive then, so maybe he never had one. Because I
okay.
don't
So
remember computers any older than having Windows 3.1. That's the oldest one I remember. It was 3.1. It
okay.
was the first one with actual color on the screen.
Well, the one I'm being is some form of Nintendo. I'll do it. I'll make a fake. I'll make
Oh,
a
one of the Nintendo systems.
Yeah, and she looks like she'll make my Nazi fans happy because she's Hyperborean, a term that I can't stop using. It's just such a great fucking
Well,
way. Pure Aryan Hyperborean um woman
also
with
play into all that. Also play into the things they added.
and she's Whiteheart, which is perfect because people
Yeah.
think I'm a Nazi. I'll be CPU Whiteheart, and
Yeah.
I am a tall. Well, she's short, but I'm a pure. Look at me. I don't look like Rasputin. I'm not. I'm a pure Aryan. I'm in no way associated with being a Slav. That's all. That's all rumors. You can't look at me and go, this guy looks like fucking, Rasputin. I don't look like Rasputin at all with my glasses off. I'm not from either from Russia or Serbia. No. I'm 100% Hyperborean Aryan and a woman too. CPU goddess,
That
but
should get some.
my
That might
astral
get.
form is
Yeah.
Whiteheart. I'm gonna make an account. I'm gonna make. I don't want to be part of Christery.
Yeah.
It's just I think it would be funny because of the
Just to
implications.
watch it.
I'll make an account just
Yeah.
and
Use an account for you like interacting with the public or something. Just have for interacting with the public.
I'm not gonna be interacting with Christian. How about you make one? You choose one. You can't be Whiteheart though. I need to be the one that the Nazis will
I already do. I'm
masturbate
the
to.
original. I'm a Super Nintendo. I did have one in the past. I was the Super Nintendo.
Just use one of the anime
That was my
girls
favorite. That
and
was my
say
favorite system.
say the
It
anime
still is
girl
my
is your
favorite
astral
system.
form. It's your astral form that is your true form in meditation. Your physical body is
Yeah.
possessed by the astral form of the anime girl. Tell Chris that. Jesus Christ, what am I doing? I shouldn't be
Yeah. Why are
making
we
him.
doing this?
Yeah,
I
I don't know. It's just I I
don't think
don't
they're recording. I don't know if they're recording anything new, but the Quickies kind of slowing down a lot.
Well, it's everyone's fucking
I'm still
boring.
interacting with. I'm still literally accurate. Like when I hinted at you with the 333
Mm,
thing. Nobody picked it up.
I
They're
know.
not. They're not updating anymore.
And even my old friend, who thinks I'm a Nazi
I can get away
now.
with any. I can basically get away with anything now. They're not going to follow me anymore.
Oh, don't say that. Don't say that. Somebody watching this at some point will go and then start doing shit.
'Cause I got a plan for. I got a plan for when I get on the next stream. I do got some plans on what I'm going to say on there. I got to write it out. I got to talk to Jacob and write and figure out what we're going to say. But we're going to say something the next stream I catch up. We're going to go on. I'm just going to give $1. I'm not even going to make $333 anymore. I'm just going to do $1 and put it in the text. Put
Do
different stuff in the put things in the text.
0.333 cents if you can.
I think it only goes two. I think it only goes to 2 digits.
Oh, but I do
I
appreciate that
think. I don't know.
because my
But
my
I thought it was
friend
a good.
that was so fucking amazing because I just put it on when my friend who I've had a falling out with was over and I went,
It is.
that's Sockness, that's Jacob Sockness. That's
It
his
is hard.
account, and that's reference to me. He essentially, yeah, I got like so fucking happy because you managed to do the smartest fucking way of in a no one's gonna pick that shit up though, you know. It
No, the
you're
people
too
that follow
smart.
Chris now aren't that smart.
Yeah,
Those people aren't very. They're not that smart. They don't follow you because they won't be able to sit through your content. It's too intellectual for them.
I'm boring.
These people are clowns. You're gonna be hell boring to them.
Mm,
They're not smart enough to comprehend half this crap, or because you're adding a lot of knowledge and stuff I kind of know a little bit about. Like I've heard of this, I might have heard of that. You actually know all of it, so you fill in a lot of blanks.
oh, thank you.
When you were talking, yeah, you kind of fill in a lot of stuff because you were actually there for some of these things. And Al Jazeera can't post everything. They can
Mm,
post a lot. They can give you a good clue of what's going on, but they don't give you the full picture. Because Al Jazeera is still pretty good at getting you started and starting research. But you feel all stuff that they can't say.
yep.
You just say it. You say the stuff they can't say. But they still got a TV. They got platforms that can be taken
Mm.
from them. So it's like
I'm
you got your website. I can go read your website about the 09A and all that and read that. I can read that. If you posted something recently, I think it was in October, you updated.
oh
Updated was
yeah.
like, oh, he is still alive.
Yeah, yeah.
I thought something had happened. I thought you were in hiding or whatever.
Oh, I saw something
He
did
was
happen,
gone for
man.
like
I'm sorry. It wasn't on purpose. 764, the pedophile network that I exposed, were hacking me constantly, and I also was having a personal life issue with regards to my health at the time that was extremely bad. So, by the way, if any of you fucking 764 pedophile cunts, it wasn't you guys that made me disappear. I was told I may have a absolutely uncurable, crippling disorder that would absolutely ruin my life and make it where I'd probably commit suicide rather than be unable to move. But turns out, luckily for me, after 3 months of testing, it's not that. So that made me, along with PTSD from my friend in Israel, um, almost getting kidnapped by Hamas, 10 years almost to the fucking, yeah, 10 years to the month of when my friend was killed by ISIS on the border of Saudi Arabia when they made incursions. And so and then I got very violently ill for months, and a bit for 9 weeks, straight, and yeah, so it was all this shit that made me disappear, and the stress too from all the hacking, because that's why I don't have Telegram anymore, because they would
oh they
get in with my number, then they would mass post shit, and then get
damn.
me banned for a few days, and have no access because Telegram wouldn't let me delete my own account. And then they kept
They
doing
don't.
it again because their site wasn't working. And so they were trying to implicate me in shit. Because, of course, what are you going to do if you're
Uh,
fucking a pedophile network and someone exposes you and puts heat and possibly sent one of them back to prison? Let's
yeah,
try and make that guy that look like a pedophile. So, and because
that's
they're
what they do.
cowards and they're not brave enough, I know guys in Melbourne who are part of this thing, right? Who can come and kill me if they want to. But instead, they hack me because they are cowards. I mean, Jesus Christ, they're pedophiles. What do you expect? They can
Yeah,
come up to me and fucking knife me. And it's really stupid because these people don't seem to comprehend who I am. Like, I've been a bit, I'm not somebody that is. I've been through some shit and been to some very, very fucked up places and dealt with some very, very violent things. That's the reason why I have had all these injuries. And it's like, how stupid can you be to target somebody and expect them to be just when I've lived in fucking Central and South Asia and ran around in the deserts in the Middle East looking like a Al Qaeda guy. No one knows my fucking background, but Jesus, I've been pretty honest.
hey, if you ever visit San Francisco, bring that garb with you. I want to
Uh,
see what happens if you go into one of the gay bars dressed up.
I've got all that shit now.
Like
I've got it. I've
you
got
got a camel.
no, sadly,
Get a
I've got.
can, get a can. Go out back and get a camel and bring it with you.
Um,
Let's ride up to
there
the
no
Castro on a camel.
no camels here. I'll go to San Francisco. Somebody give me money so I can go there and dress as. Oh, I've got both two Islamic garments. I've got the golden one gifted to me, where the picture that if the media ever wants to expose me, please use the picture of me in the middle of the desert, dressed in aristocratic garb of a certain Arab country I'm not going to mention. And it's not cultural
You
appropriate.
showed me one of them. You look totally badass.
Yeah, it's.
There are. I have seen people. I have seen people dressed up. I've seen people that
I'll send it.
they still wear their traditional clothes here.
Oh,
There's a few people that do.
I'll wear it again. Uh,
There's
I've
a
got a
lady,
better
a
one
lady that
too.
comes to my. There's a lady that goes to the food council and she's totally wrapped up like a mummy. She goes to our food council trying to get ethnic stores in our
Oh
neighborhood.
yeah,
We're
hijab.
trying to get healthy food, period. But stores that respect people's cultures in my neighborhood. And I was 6, I couldn't go to the last one. We're supposed to make a logo for it, but I'm thinking about dropping that meeting and just sticking to being the tenant president of my building. I'm actually now tenant president. We just got to get
Good.
sworn in to start organizing for the getting the. Well, we're gonna miss the holiday meal, but I guess we'll do a spring dance or something to replace that with. But tenant president, I get to now make sure there's coffee there every morning. I think about having bring it every morning now. There you are. You look totally badass. Rocking.
Yeah. And now for people who want
Can't
to
imagine
say,
you walk into a freaking gay bar like that
I,
in San Francisco. You go to the one I go to all the time. You know, like hanging out with me and shit at the
I will
bar
do that.
and
And
seeing
if people
people's look
say
on their
cultural
faces.
appropriation, I would. If I did not wear that, the people that bought that
You
for
wouldn't have.
me, it would have been the hugest fucking insult for me to go, no, I can't wear that. I refuse to wear that, even though you spent a shitload of money on it. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
respecting me enough to actually give me. I mean, Jesus Christ, media, if you want to fucking expose me, Antifa in Australia who keep trying to work out if I'm a Nazi or not. Alright, I'm going to say I'm a Nazi in the hopes right now, yes, I'm a total Nazi. I'm an absolute Nazi. My Jewish friend in Israel, he's a Nazi too. I actually gave him a bunch of copies of Mein Kampf. I'm trying to want to do a dramatic reading of Mein Kampf where I read the Slavic parts that Hitler rants about, and but in Elliot Rodger's voice, like his manifesto. The Elliot
Well, it's
Rodger, the
easy to get.
incel. So I'll read about the parts for an audiobook of Hitler talking shit about my people, and my Israeli friend can read the parts about the Jews. I just thought it would be funny in Elliot Rodger's voice. He also had a Hitler
Does
mustache
he?
that he grew, even though he's not a neo-Nazi. He's just fucking awesome. He's a really good friend, and he's funny. You know, if you're in a situation where you know you could get killed. That's why I was worried that I accidentally showed some conversations with him because I'm showing him fucking weapons and stuff,
Oh,
and
well, if you
which
come
I
to San
totally
Francisco,
don't
you're
own.
probably gonna need a few.
Yeah,
Yeah, you'll probably need a small one. You'll probably need a 22 when you're out here.
a
This
22
place is
Beretta
crazy,
M9
especially at
pistol
night.
with an Austin suppressor. I never owned a 22 Beretta M9. Never, never. Of course I wouldn't. I like shooting. I really do. No, no, I don't go hunting. I did years and years and years ago.
No, you just go to the range and shoot.
Yeah, yeah. It's just more
'Cause
of
we
a
have one in Daly
sport shooting.
City. Yeah, so we got a range in the Daly City, which is the next city down from here. I think it's where the SFPD goes to train,
Who's that?
and it's open. I think it's open to the public. I don't know if you can rent a gun from or not, but
Oh, you can rent
we kind
guns.
of
It's America, man.
yeah,
Australia has
it's
the worst gun
California,
laws.
so
Better
it's
than
California. It's not America. It's China. It's
I
just an extension of China.
I know, but not as bad as here. Here, it's almost impossible to be able in Melbourne. If I do this, I'm doing this in the context of political fucking I'm doing this in the context of political uh, not in a political context but in explaining to people who don't live in Melbourne the political circumstances of certain laws that have been recently implemented regarding Nazism. Now, it's illegal to publicly, and I'm not in public. Yes, technically I'm doing something publicly. However, this is in the context of educational purposes. If I do this on the street,
Yeah.
$33,000 fine in Melbourne.
What? That's insane. It's just like in Germany, except for I think you go to jail for it.
Mm. Here
I
they
think in
don't.
Germany you have to go
They
to
just want your
jail.
money. They just want your fucking money. And if
And my grandma told me that's how they used to salute the American flag when she was a little girl.
well,
We used to do that when in the 30s, I think, when she was in school. They salute it like that.
mm,
They only changed it because of Hitler. Now you cover your heart. You put your hand over your heart now. When I was in school, it was over. You put your hand over your heart and then pledge your allegiance to the
yeah.
flag. And
I,
now I don't think they even do. I don't think they even pledge their allegiance to the flag at all in school. I gotta ask a kid next time I see some kid, I'll ask them, "Do you guys pledge allegiance to the flag anymore?" Because I don't think they do at all. I heard in some place they don't.
wouldn't
There's
surprise
there's
me.
literally there's no loyalty to this country.
You still have a fucking chance. Okay, people are actually talking as usual. Anybody who knows anything about Sockness and I, we we just do whatever the fuck we want to do. We don't have a plan. It's
Not
spontaneous,
really.
but it's
Yeah,
fucking great to see you, man. And you're looking good, and you're not drunk. Like back in 2021 when we first.
I think our first one I was pretty drunk
Oh man, you were
because
naked.
I don't remember it.
I
I
told you
barely
not to
remember
get drunk. I told you to
it.
but you're having delirium tremors. 'Cause this is during fucking COVID. You're having the DTS, so you had to drink a little
Yeah.
bit. So you were in withdrawals and naked during the entire interview. I was in a really bad situation myself for different reasons, so I'm in terrible condition too. And it's the most schizo shit, man. That interview with you. I knew it was gonna be, but people, eh, I wish, I'm glad people are able to see what you're like when you're not in delirium tremors. You
Yeah.
know, possibly. I mean, anyone who's fucking gotten. I've been in DTS before, very badly from withdrawals, not from alcohol, but from fucking
Other stuff, we'll just say.
benzodiazepines and barbiturates. Yeah, because I got epilepsy, right? So I'm on
Yeah.
barbiturates. If I stop, I'll fucking die. But the withdrawals from that shit, yeah, and you're hallucinating because you're in delirium. You're literally hallucinating shit you think is real when you're in the DT sometimes.
Yeah.
Because delirium hallucinations, anyone who's taken deliriant drugs and fucked up with them, like I have, take a whole box of fucking promethazine. Take 50 tablets, and you will have a whole week of hallucinating shit you think is real. And
I'm just imagining Christian taking those pills and
it's an
seeing that shit for
antihistamine.
reals. Because I don't always. Everyone wonders is Chris making it up or does she actually believe it? And nobody seems to really know because
Schizo.
sometimes there's a bit of lucidity where she realizes it's all crap, where she realizes it's not real, and sometimes she does truly believe it. Like puts all she believes it. It would be fun to put her on some pills and she sees Sonic and all her pals for reals.
Oh,
Because
oh,
she thinks
she'll be
I would love to
hospitalized if
see the reaction of her actually
don't
hallucinating.
don't take what
Oh,
don't do what I said with
oh hell no, I
antihistamines.
ain't doing it.
Yeah, no, I'm telling other people too. I fucked up. My friend and I did a lot of coke 10 years ago, so this is historical. Don't we did a shitload of coke, and it was raw because this was back in the Silk Road days where you used to be able to in 2011, 2012 buy shit with Bitcoin.
Yeah.
This is before everything went to shit. And Australia has zero cocaine that's actually coke. So we decided that we're going to monopolize in a certain state of Australia the entire cocaine market by actually getting real cocaine. And we got real cocaine. So we instead of which is very pasty, plant
Yeah.
like that when it's raw. And instead of doing a line like that big, just to test it, uh, doing it that big, and holy shit, I almost fucking had a heart attack. Like it hit. I didn't even mainline it or anything. I just snorted this tiniest little bit of raw with him. So yeah, he and I he gave me 5 bars of Xanax, 2 milligram bars, and he took 5 bars of Xanax to kind of calm down the fact that both of us were having a bit of problems with possibly going to have a heart attack by ODing on coke. Then after that, all the coke was gone pretty soon because we ended up blacking out from the Xanax and doing a Wolf of Wall Street. The one where he's on fucking Quaaludes
Yeah.
and he's crawling and he doesn't remember anything and he fucks up his car.
Damn.
My friend and I did a fucking Quaaludes night by accident because of the coke, and he had 300 bars of Xanax, 2 milligrams. It's not toxic, so it won't kill you unless you drink booze with it and do heroin with it or something. But I don't remember
Yeah,
anything.
I'm not gonna do the Hunter Biden. I'm not doing the Hunter Biden.
I blacked out for 3 fucking days because we took 300 bars of Xanax, did all the coke. I don't remember any of it. We did it all the speed, which we were cutting coke with, and we ended up. He ended up getting hospitalized on a bus. I don't know how he got there. I ended up driving to get cigarettes at a fucking service station where my lovely Pakistani guy helped walk me in to buy the cigarettes at 3 in the morning, and then
Yeah.
helped me walk back to my car and drive off.
Damn.
That's my only memory. And then at some point, I accidentally must have taken 50 tablets of promethazine, which is the shit a lot of people mix with codeine, you know, like lean.
Yeah.
Promethazine and codeine, it potentiates the conversion of codeine into morphine. Promethazine's over the counter in Australia as an antihistamine, which I was using to potentiate opiates at the time too.
Yeah.
But I took 50. I don't remember doing it. I don't know how it happened. And so did another friend, because we were blacked out. This is my life, Jesus fucking Christ, when I was in my like 21. I ended up for
Hey, it sounds
five
like you lived a
days.
rock star life.
I kept walking outside, seeing a whole bunch of Jamaican guys in my car. So I kept walking up to them for like 10 hours straight. None of it's real. I thought it was real. I thought one person was. I drank an ashtray at a meth dealer's place that we were there to sell the coke we were cutting, and drank an ashtray because I thought it was a glass of fucking wine. I'm dead serious. That's what fucking for ODing by accident on deliriant drugs. So if Christian did that shit, well, it dehydrates you and will kill you. You get hospitalized. But if he wants the dimensional merge to happen, I'm not saying do this. Not that I give a
Well,
shit
she
about
ain't gonna
Christian.
watch our. She's not.
You want to see
Well, she
Sonergy?
ain't gonna watch it. Somebody.
Nah, she's probably on fucking Thorazine. I don't like. He's a sexual predator. He's not trans. You know, he's actually just as bad for the trans community as people who are extreme trans activists who aren't even on fucking estrogen. You know what I mean? Like those types.
Yeah, I see them all
Christian.
over TikTok.
Yeah, sorry,
I
man.
see them all over Twitter. These ones that look like just fat old men, and they're going into women's restrooms. And they don't even. You can't even tell they're supposed to be a woman. It's just a fat guy in a wearing something vaguely feminine, going in the ladies complaining that women are complaining that why are you in the ladies' room? And there's like they're all over Twitter.
Mm.
But I think they're copying and pasting off of TikTok or something.
But I'm
I don't
fine with
have
it.
TikTok and I never will, but
Uh,
apparently that place is a cesspool of liberal evil.
well, with the
But
whole
I
trans.
hear in China it doesn't show none of that stuff shows up.
No, China. You know how I did the whole. Oh, one thing, the trans bathroom stuff. It the ones that are legitimately transgender, like I've had trans friends before, right? Who
Yeah.
are, you would never know. If they walk into a fucking male restroom, they'll be told that, why are you here? You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, the only one I know that's legit is Blair White. I don't even have any like trans friends.
mm,
All the ones in San Francisco that I've met, they don't
well,
even if they're
if
on
you
hormones, it still looks like a dude.
the ones that are
They don't.
trans aren't going around telling you because they are just living a life as a woman. And why say to somebody, unless someone wants to fuck them, and you have to go, oh, by the way, I
Yeah,
have
I
a
have to
cock.
disclose I don't have. Yeah,
Yeah, but other than that, why disclose? They don't feel the need to go and tell everybody because they're just
yeah, because
living
all the
life as
ones.
their identity as that they identify with. I'm fine with that.
Yeah, because the ones here they all brag about it. All the ones here brag about it.
I mean,
I know they
it's
can't be. All this is it's their whole life is bragging about they were these different labels.
mm,
And they all brag about it. I'm trans. I'm trans. They're all bragging about it and stuff. And they go. There's a bar 3 blocks from here called Aunt Charlie's. I think it's like the only bar like that. It's like for transgenders, And there's none of them are legit. All the people in there, their whole lifestyle is about being trans.
Should
It's
I
like the
show
whole
up
identity.
dressed in my I've got black Arab garments. All my Arab garments have been
Yeah.
shipped to me. So I've got the classic gold one of the picture that pleased Australian media. Gonna slander me, use that fucking picture of me out in the desert in the middle of the Arabian Peninsula. I'm not saying where I was. I may or may not have been with Mujahideen. I may have been, I was a Muslim at the time, and I may have been religiously obligated to go to certain places, um, or not. You can decide, Australian media, because you're terrible. You just make it all up anyway, but please use that picture. That picture is just too perfect to slander me with. It's just great. But I've got a black one that might make me look scarier, and it's much more elaborate. The one I got married in, you know, back in the day. It's
Yeah.
so all black. Not, so I think that would that be scary? Would that be better? Will I be accepted as a gay Arab aristocrat,
You
Salafist?
gotta come out here and do it. You gotta do it.
أعوذ بالله
I'll
من
even wear my
الشيطان الرجيم
GoPro. You
بسم
gotta have a
الله
hidden camera
الرحمن
too.
الرحيم لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم آمين الله أكبر.
Oh, you gotta come out here and do it. You gotta go to Castro dressed up.
Somebody
I
send me
mean,
money and I will do that. And
yeah,
you can't do cultural appropriation because technically I'm still a Muslim according to, like that you get Jewish status
yeah,
if your mother's line is Jewish and you can get Israeli
yeah,
citizenship. Well, I'm registered under a different name because I haven't legally changed my name to the Islamic name I was known as, which I can't tell you anyway. But technically, I am on a registry as a Muslim, Sunni Islamic Muslim. And that hasn't changed, and that's a registry that can be seen in Islamic councils outside of Australia. So I can prove that I am legally a Muslim, even though I have apostatized. And yeah, people are telling me you should go back to Islam. If someone gives me the fucking $3,000 to fly to San Francisco, and you provide me with accommodation, and
yeah,
yeah, I will dress in my. I mean, the gold one is simpler, and it kind of has that Al Qaeda in Iraq feel back when they would wear the sort of plain ones.
yeah.
Yeah, my beard, it's not, it is not a really, it's sort of a Bin Laden beard, but in Islam, as the male, according to certain hadiths, I should have my
Yeah.
beard be this long, but everywhere, and pretty much no mustache. However, I don't like the look of having just a beard that's really big and a really small mustache because I'm from a different school of Islam that just
Yeah.
says because it's a fucking mess of trying to work of tiny minutia of what you're supposed to do. So as long as my mustache isn't over my lips, that's fine. But I need to still have a beard. So
Well, I'm getting mine back for now. I just been lazy because I got sick for.
mm,
And
lose
I think I hit
weight.
rock bottom with the drinking for. I've
Mm,
been drinking pretty heavy last week. It's been freaking raining over here, but nothing else to do.
yeah,
I haven't been able to get out.
but man, I'm glad
I
that
just been kind
you
of lazy with it. But I think I'm going to keep the beer for a while.
you can't drink if
I
you're
don't
gonna
know
be
how
a
long I'm going
Muslim
to let
with
it.
me. You can't drink. However, we can do
Damn.
certain drugs because, for medical reasons, as long as we are not publicly intoxicated, Jacob, as long as people don't
Yeah.
think we're intoxicated and it's not alcohol, it's fine. So me being on
Eh,
injecting shit, having to have pethidine injected before because I was in shitloads of pain before meeting, 60 Arab aristocrats, civil servants, and spooks in a certain Middle Eastern country. I needed to, be strong.
it's starting to freeze again.
Oh, well, anyway, they shot me with pethidine so I wouldn't be in pain,
Yeah,
so I
it's
could be.
completely.
Oh shit. Uh, can you hear me now? All right, I'm back. My internet has a habit at the moment of being shit and cutting in and out. Can you hear me?
Yeah. So it's
Alhamdulillah.
your. That was mine.
That's me. We both need to shorten our hair. I've got the it doesn't look Jewish at all, even though the little I've forgotten the fucking name. It's been so long.
Oh, the little tiny cap they got
Yeah, yeah,
on the.
yeah. That Jews and Muslims
I
wear.
think it's a. Is it a Hanukkah? Is that what it's called? Hanukkah or I think it's Hanukkah for the Jewish
Israeli
cap.
friend, are you in the chat? I don't want to name drop you. Even though it's like 3 in the morning there.
Is there anything new on there?
Yeah, yeah, because we're both very bad. Okay, this is gonna get clipped out of context. I think that's when I was doing the Nazi thing and saying the N word.
Oh,
I don't care.
uh,
All right, somebody about Christian. He is good lately, but he sold the Iraq War back in the day. I think he's referring to Tucker Carlson. And they're correct. But so did Christopher Hitchens and a lot of people, and for various international relations reasons I won't go into. Someone says WEF Stooge slash Operation Mockingbird asset. I think that's something about Christian. And then why does Christian hate you? I think that's Sockness. Christian doesn't know I exist, which is a good thing.
yeah.
But I do find it very, very
Well, I
funny.
can answer the one about Chris hates me. I know. At least I know. At least I know that MK Ultra, MK Night V or whatever MK or Night V,
Mhm.
freaking spilled a bunch. God made a bunch of lies about me. But it's because the Rocot wouldn't agree with her on the dimensional merge. That's the main thing. Because I got like easily 100 pages of the Rocot not agreeing with Chris on it on pretty much everything. They didn't play along at all, and they still won't, even to this day when I ask them. So that's basically why, well, at least from my end.
And you've been demonized as the most dangerous person with the whole Christian thing, where you've actually probably yeah, you've been a danger because you've financially supported Chris multiple times. You have what else have you done? You probably could have stopped Bob from getting raped.
Yeah, that was part of that would have not happened if I was
Yeah,
if I
but
didn't if I went there.
you probably would have gotten, raped.
Or Barbara,
Christians.
yeah, Barbara would have chased. Yeah, Barbara had the hots for me. She actually had a crush on when
Well,
she
well, that's
saw the
okay.
cowboy.
That's okay. Oh, well, that's okay because she's not your mother. So, I don't think you want to fuck Barb. I
No,
wouldn't.
I don't
um,
think she even looked that good when she was young. She wasn't that attractive. She just looked average.
fat. Oh, she was.
Even her young pictures when Chris is like real little, like a baby. I think it's the
Uh,
earliest ones I've seen of her. She doesn't look that good. I'm now that age. That means age of person I should be chasing is 40.
yeah.
And she still doesn't look that good now that I'm 40. She still don't look great.
No, they're not attractive at all. The whole family.
Even as a gay man, Bob never looked that great either. So neither of them looked that great.
Well,
Maybe they're
Bob.
just too inbred. I don't know. They just be too inbred for me or something. Not into hillbilly hicks.
Well, that's why you moved out of Kansas, you know. Not that I know anything about Kansas, so because I actually don't. I don't know shit about the USA really, other than. But man, I'm proud of you. Like when I think
I think
about.
Kansas might be the better part of the country.
Mm,
It might actually be one of the better parts because it looks like what everyone thinks America looks like. The white picket fence, the single family home thing. That's Kansas. Kind of like what the stereotypical America strip malls and little cutesy downtowns and things like that.
that sounds
This
actually
basically
very
this is
nice.
yeah, it actually is. If you ever come out here, we should go. We
Yeah,
should
man.
do a tour of the country.
I would
Get a
love
car
to,
to do the
man.
tour. I'll be the navigator.
I'll drive. Just make sure
Show you
to
Reno.
have me on as much Adderall as can be prescribed. If I can't get enough of my amphetamine prescription medication to stay, I can't function without amphetamine. Like,
Yeah, you have to check the law and see what you can bring in.
oh, I
Because I
can
know the
bring it in.
airlines and all, that's what
It's
you can bring
prescribed.
in.
It's prescribed. I actually need it,
Yeah,
but Australia don't. They're very annoying. They won't give you. Depends how long I'd be overseas. In the
oh,
past, man, I used to have the brand name in America is Dexedrine, um, dexamphetamine tablets. I was on 12 dexedrine tablets a day and going to the fucking Middle East and shit.
damn.
They didn't care because they didn't even. I never even went through customs in half of the countries because, firstly, I'm white. Secondly, I was in a suit. They assumed I was a businessman. Third,
Yeah.
I was a Muslim. Fourth, I am from a place that was under an Islamic caliphate for 800 fucking years, Serbia. So there's a chance that I might have Arabian blood. I doubt it because my family were royalists um, in Serbia, so they were fucking killing in revolutions Ottomans for the entire time. So I doubt they would have married them. But yeah, I mean, some aristocrats in places like certain parts of Saudi Arabia and in the United Arab Emirates, they look like me. It's they're very very white, tall, thin. So oh yeah, and if you go to Syria too, Syria they just look European. Most people in Syria. It's Jordan, Iraq, and parts of the. But yeah, sorry, I'm not. I'm terrible
Yeah.
with into. I'm just really happy to see you because when I think back in 2021,
Yeah, I was pretty out of it.
if you
I think
you
you met me. You met me after Starlene died. It
um
might have had to been.
yes
It was only
no
like one.
before
It was December, right?
I met you in I think like September. Yeah, I met you when you contacted me when I made a video
Yeah,
saying because someone I made a comment when Chris Chan when he gave that lecture on his YouTube channel like somewhere and he's like
yeah,
pointing and I went this guy's fucking possessed. I made a comment and then
yeah.
somebody wanted me to elaborate. So I made that video that
Well, I'll be keeping a close eye on this Caden Peck guy that's currently is Chris's owner
this
because
makes
he's
no
got a
sense.
past.
And who the fuck
He's got
organized
a
it?
past.
Mm.
Someone's got to be organizing this because I tried everything to get a hold of Chris in jail. I sent letters. I called the prison. I did a lot of stuff. And how does Caden Peck suddenly get through? Like, how is he on a list of approved people?
May
Like, how did that happen? There's got to be someone pulling the strings. And
oh
that's why.
there
That's
is.
why I think. That's why I think the CIA is behind this. So I think the CIA has some hand in this
the
doing
lolcow
some kind of
thing.
psyop on these lolcows. It's the same pattern with all of them. That's why I think. So I keep hinting the CIA's got to be behind it, because how do these people get lined up in all these lolcows' lives?
Okay,
And a lot of these
that's
people are
really fucking
spiritual.
interesting.
There's got to be. So they remember the '60s when we did the Summer of Love was an LSD. They're trying
Yeah,
to
yeah.
do like MK Ultra mind control. And I think it's now Operation Mockingbird. I think it's part of
That's what
it.
somebody
I think one of the
mentioned
programs now.
in chat earlier, Operation Mockingbird. Oh,
Yeah, that's to do with the media. That's what the media. I think it's the
mm,
media leg of this psyop,
the
and
lolcow
it
thing.
started. A
It's weird though because I,
lot of these people are spiritual.
it's archetypal, like Jungian depth analysis, and if you see these people as archetypes,
Yeah,
they are, or if you cross transfer them to like mythology or literature, you can see the same patterns emerging with certain people. This is a cult. This is what
yeah,
I believe in. This is why I made the sensational video going on about Christian being possessed by demons. I'm talking about patterns and archetypes and doing it in a way that is sensational. 3 fucking years ago. But anyway,
yeah.
these
They try to
patterns.
do the same.
Sorry. Um,
They tried to do the same thing to me when I first got online in 2006. There was people trying to manipulate my narrative of my books, but the Rokata real. They couldn't. They could not manipulate it, because I would just ask them. I'd channel the Rokata, ask them, "Hey, is this true?" And they'd be like, "No, we don't know what that is." That's how I know my channel is genuine. That's the only reason why I know. Because after all these years of seeing that all this stuff that happens to other people get trolled, it's the same pattern. They have like a world or whatever. It's always an autistic person too, and they always have this world, and it gets manipulated, but mine couldn't. But they could not manipulate mine at all. That's how I know it's real. That's the only thing that separates my world from anything Christians ever made or any of these people make. They have these spirit worlds or whatever. Mine was never manipulated. They could never manipulate it. So I was like, yeah, it must be legit, because they're telling me like this is real or this is not real. Like they tell me like, oh, don't believe them. They're lying to you. It's not real. And my friend Dale, he got sucked into one of these. He had to. They
was
would
he the
use they
one
would
that
use
tried to do the
women to get to
Coronzon
him.
thing? Is he the guy
Yeah,
that?
he's the one that
Yeah.
actually summoned Krons on in my apartment.
Well,
He got manipulated. He had a fantasy world that he was an Egyptian god. He was supposed to marry Sekhmet, and he thought this woman. They always insert women into his life that would like feed into his
delusions.
fantasy world,
This is
into his religion.
schizotypal personality disorders.
And I keep
Have
telling him
this
you need to
a lot.
research the real part so you can catch these people. And he wouldn't listen to me. And the girls would tell him, "Don't listen to your friend. He's lying to you. We're telling you the truth. Don't listen to history." Literally, even saying, Don't listen to our past," or that obvious. And he still fell for it.
I'm
And now I don't even hear from him anymore. I don't even know what's happening. If he's either alive or dead or what.
I'm gonna tell you something about Crowley's system, right? That
Yeah.
backs up what you're saying. Um, um, I probably shouldn't, but you can find this shit anyway, and so I'm not leaking anything. It's just this is information that is difficult to come by given the massive amounts of Crawley's material.
Yeah.
Coronzon, the reason I go on about it now, if I'm a proper Thelemite, somebody whom is not just a practitioner of Crawley's magic or systems, but also somebody whom is religiously devoted to um, the Aeon of Horus, Crawley's prophetic Aeon,
Yeah.
and the Book of the Law being given by. Anyway, point being, Coronzon, when you say that, you usually say restriction onto it because Coronzon restriction restrict beyond it. in nomine Babylon. You know what I mean? Like you're supposed to say these things. Whenever the name is even fucking mentioned, because
Yeah.
in the sort of OTO, AA, all the secret societies associated with Crowley's systems and other ones like the Kenneth Grant's Typhonian order of the Karonzon is a entity that essentially manifests itself in people surrounding you to cause absolute, you know, to fuck you up, especially if you're going through the magical system and path to get off the wheel and become a magister of the temple, crossing the. I won't go into Kabbalistic shit, but point being, if you're involved in magic, right?
Yeah.
This, especially Crowley's magic, um, this entity emerges itself possessing essentially people around you, and you have to navigate all this. And there's certain sayings in Old Greek. People who are in ONA will like this, and people whom I know who are involved in things like the Ordo Templi Orientis. Um, the, for instance, being around a man of the cloth, a priest, a rabbi, an imam, is akin to being around a demon to Crawley. A man of the
Yeah, he
cloth.
wouldn't like my church. He ain't gonna like my church.
No, you have done you have
Yeah.
actually done the same thing Crawley did. It's just sadly I can't make you a fucking cult leader. I'm trying, Jake. I want you to be a cult leader, and then you can pay with all the people giving their properties to you and shit, and that to have me
Cool.
come to San Francisco and troll the shit out of the community by being a imam who will go into every gay bar and preach and speak a lot of Arabic and hit on people too. And then I'll make it really bizarre. Should I be homophobic or should I be act really gay
Well,
as a Muslim?
if you're singing in Arabic, you can say whatever the hell you want.
But should I act
People don't
homophobic in gay
understand it.
bars and look like I'm going to be there to fucking shoot everybody, or should I act really gay dressed as that? What do you think would
It-
have the best outcome for being
I know if
amusing?
you acted like you're gonna blow the bar up, they'll probably call the police, and they probably will actually show up. That'd be the one time they act. I think you should just act hella gay.
But then if I act really gay,
The gay.
I'll be a gay Salafist jihad. I mean, I can dress as a Salafist jihadist, which is essentially what I look like in that photo. I'll go in like that. I should wear the all black robes too,
Yeah.
but they're much more intricate. However, yeah, I think going in and just yelling in Arabic at like drag creeps and shit. You know, things from the Sunnah from and ayats from the Quran, you know,
Yeah.
and yeah, and I don't know how to hit on. I only know how to say Islamic shit. I don't know how to actually speak Arabic in the sense of talking in
Oh,
normal
like
conversation.
conversation.
Yeah, I just know
You just
what to
know
say.
prayers and stuff.
Yeah. As a what you should know as a Muslim. What should I commit crimes? Probably.
Uh,
That's
they can always
called
shoplift the Walgreens.
recklessness, and that can get me 20 years prison.
They're starting to crack down on crime now. They're actually finally starting to crack down on shoplifters.
But what about,
We've lost
the guys who shoot
so many
people
stores. They
in the
finally
street for no reason on
what?
fucking PCP in
I
San
think you can get
Francisco?
away with it. They'll get a
Okay,
free room and board for a night.
my lawyers. I was rejected by every fucking law firm in Melbourne except one, except two, this year. So the one lawyer in Melbourne that would represent me, if I am being comedic. I am not doing. You can't charge me with recklessness because I'm actually being ironic. It's called comedy. You know, remember that?
Yeah.
Me, acting like a Nazi or going, or saying yes, you should do crimes. It's called being ironic. Don't charge me with fucking recklessness. If you do, all you're gonna do is make me famous. Yeah, I'm in a weird fucking position, man. Everyone gets
Yeah.
banned who says anything about the ONA or O9A, Order of Nine Angles that's not all the edgy bullshit sensationalist stuff. They just get fucking banned straight away. David Meyer interviews, people, they get banned. Yet mine are all up. The only thing I've had is people mass flagging me, not even doxing me, just showing a public sex offender, and then having to blur that out for YouTube because you know it's too close to home. And yeah,
Must
yeah.
be because I think YouTube's. I think it's based in San Francisco.
Mm.
I think
And
it is because there's a Google office here.
well, none of my shit is getting into any trouble, right? Even though I've interviewed Mayat, I've talked about the ONA in a way that is completely different from me, and I'm still up. My theory and the theory of other people is I have actually made David Mayat boring to a lot of stupid, retarded wannabe Niners who have the M4A1 carbine in one hand and a copy of Hostia in the other with a picture of David Mayat framed. And those idiots realize that they can't read my fucking interview with him because they don't understand any of it or any of the context or what Mayat's actually like. He's not boring to me. People want me to interview Sutter. People want me to fucking talk to Christian. They're boring. Christian's fucking boring to me. Why the fuck
Yeah, you
would
don't
I?
want to interview
I
Christian.
refuse. I will never fucking interview Christian because actually my greed that if I interviewed Christian, yeah,
It'd
for
be like
greed.
interviewing a toddler for you. You know, like interviewing a toddler or something. Because anything you try to ask, you're gonna want to ask. You're gonna want to like ask the hard questions, and Chris is gonna have an answer to anything. Because when I
Mm,
talked to Chris on the phone a few times when I first met him, he didn't know. He doesn't know crap. He can't answer it. He can't doesn't know anything. He really is like a little kid. Like he's not good at he's not good at video games. Which
yeah.
how the hell? How the hell can you not be good at video games? Like he has to. I found out when he plays a Soul Calibur, he's not playing Soul Calibur. He's playing like a character design. It's a part. I guess you can design your own character,
Oh
and
god.
you get to play. You get to fight the dummy. It's like a dummy.
So you didn't
You
even
create the
fight another
character.
fucking
It's got a
sword
dummy mode. It
player.
doesn't fight back. It just stands there because you're
Even
there to
I'm good at
practice the
fucking
moves.
video games. You know what I mean? Even
I could
I'm.
probably play. I've never played Soul Calibur. I could probably kick Chris's butt in that game
Hmm.
because all I have to do is move, and his butt will get kicked.
I only found you to stay jealous. I'm not jealous. Someone's saying Christian's boring. Of,
Chris
um,
is. Have you seen the streams,
yeah.
people?
Well, yeah.
Ever since
He
Chris got
streamed.
out of jail, are boring.
The only one that was funny was him dancing. That was
The
so
dancing ones are kind
bizarre.
of funny.
And I just
All of them are kind of funny. All the dancing ones are kind of funny.
Uh, and I
The
know
polka,
people
I
who
like the
are
polka
into
one the most.
femboys, so I send that to them, going, "Oh, you're gonna love this femboy," and I send them
Yeah.
Christian. And the other one I loved was Christian doing a President Clinton. I did not have sexual relations with that woman. I did not
Uh,
stick a cigar in Monica Lewinsky's cunt
somebody,
and pull it out
somebody put
and
them up.
t- lick it and say, tastes real good, and then ejaculate all over her. That's what
Does he
fucking Clinton
even
was like.
know?
Jesus.
Because they did the Clinton thing. Does he even know why they put him with the dude Clinton? Because everyone knows because Clinton was actually guilty.
Yeah.
He's just exposing himself again. He's stupid. That's
Uh,
like he'll never learn. He's never going to. It's like they keep tricking him. They keep saying, and they keep getting him when he won't do the announcements because they keep making him say some. I don't even know what the name was, but it's supposed to. But when you say it out, it says something right. It says something racist when you say the name. You just say it.
oh yeah, I heard. I think I
I
watched that
forgot
one.
what it was. It was like Nick something, I think. It
Uh,
was Nick Gurr. That's the
yeah,
name.
that I saw that, and
That's
then
the
he
one. He
got
said it. He did it 3 times.
yeah. I don't want to give him
That's what
money,
it was.
so I've got some things that I think would be funny for him to say that he
You
would have.
can
I'm not going to give him
send it
fucking
to me.
money.
Send it to me. I'll do it. If you got anything really good, I'll do it.
Well,
I'm only gonna
he's
get.
an
I
idiot.
gotta
And how about I get you to say
write
something
them out for me. Write them
so
out for me, and
political,
then
so like, how about I get you to? Do you want to? Can I send writing by David Mayat talking about
go it.
where people talking about
I
duels with deadly
think I get.
weapons and National
I think
Socialist
I.
honor.
Well, if you got anything good, make sure it's under 200 characters. I think that's the maximum allowed to
Okay,
put on the super chat. So just send me some stuff in private, and I'll take it down. I'll note it down, and put it in the document and all that, and I'll get ready for the next stream that I catch, and I'll put it up there. I'll try to get on there as early as I can, so
I,
the trolls are all watching. They'll see me put some epic stuff on there. Because if Chris is never going to say my name, I can still make him say my name a little bit.
he's a
Because
fucking
they did when I
prick.
put the because he did respond to the Quran's on said I just the name he's dead or don't say that name or something like that. I think he ended up saying Sockness. And I think someone else who faked my name also got him to say it too. But
It's
it's trying to
bizarre,
get the
man.
I guess the next round of trolling is getting Chris to say my name.
And
So
he's
if you do
stolen your
do it,
work. For fuck's sake, he still talks about shit. The
he still
Rocat
uses
Empire,
Jacoba to
and yeah, and Kidasuna and all that stuff. He in the live streams, he is literally just fucking I mean, Christian plagiarizes everything.
yeah, he doesn't understand what the iron he uses Iron Curtain, which is a
Yeah.
concept me and Jacob translated from Eastern Europe
Mm.
because it was a spiritual barrier, not a material one that he claims it is or something. But I guess Chris doesn't understand how it works. What it's it's not a barrier between dimensions, it's a barrier, it's a spiritual barrier to block spiritual entities from Earth going to Kitasuna.
So he's
It was
not
something
using it
Jacoba
in the
came up
context
with.
of the Berlin Wall. He's using the
He's
Iron
using it as a,
Curtain
he's
from
using it
your
as a
work.
and my book uses it in the context of like the Berlin Wall is. It's to stop people from going
So he's
through it.
stolen an
Chris thinks
allegory
it's a
that you
dimensional.
used, and I
It
just thought,
misused it.
yeah, I didn't realize that came from. I thought he was just, doing a Berlin Wall thing. I
Yeah, I'm
forget
the one
he's a
that gave him
retard.
Iron Curtain.
Yeah, so he's
Yeah,
stolen
he
your
got Iron Curtain from
metaphors.
me.
He's stolen your fucking
And I
metaphors. It's ridiculous. He should pay you. You could actually sue him for. Have you copyrighted your work?
is a copyright hold on some of the books, so I can get them.
Sue Christian.
I can
You could sue
I
him for
probably
using.
should.
Yes, you should. Jesus Christ, why have I? Oh fuck, man! I wish I was in better
I have to
shape
find out how
earlier.
much of my stuff is
Anything
I'll
he's
have to find
used
out
of
exactly what
yours,
I have.
anything he's using of yours, without your express permission right now, that is, you can fucking win.
I need to get Caden. Caden's got the money. Because
The
Chris only gets
state will pay
$400
you
out of it.
if Chris can't. And who gives a shit about fucking Jesus Christ, man, you literally can copy strike. Or you know, I don't want to support Christian because he's a fucking rapist, essentially. And even if it was a weird consensual thing, you are not, no matter how autistic you are, Jesus fucking Christ, you are not that, people are not that fucked up. Like, he is fucked up. And
Yeah.
I am somebody whom isn't really shocked by much, but even
But
if,
this is shocking.
yeah, and it must have happened
And
because
Barb groomed him.
that's what
And
makes it
Barb groomed
fucking
him into it.
weirder.
Part of it is Barb grooming them because they had to share a bed, and they shared a bed before this. They've been sharing a bed since, for I don't know. Chris told me they slept naked before in 2019 when I first heard of Chris and got in contact. In
And in
2019, they were already
2017,
sleeping naked.
in 2017, he
They
was
were
posting shit
spooning.
about a son who fucked his
We had
mother and got
dreams of
charged.
Barb because they're sleeping together.
Yeah, I think this has been happening for
I think
a
there's
lot
only
longer
one bed. It
than
goes
you
back
think.
to at least the house fire because they were in a motel right after the house fire. They were in a motel, and I don't know really that many hotels have only one bed in them. Most the cheap piece of crap hotels they got two beds in
Two
them.
beds, yeah.
They always got two beds in them, but yet they're still in the same bed. And that's
Jesus
in 2011.
fucking Christ.
The Barb's been grooming them forever. So Barb's a groomer,
And
and
that makes
Noel I
sense.
think had some hand in this. And the whole timing of the sex, it is exactly timed to within a week of me announcing I'm going to head up to Seattle. Then Chris started having sex. So I know Noel's behind it
I think it's been
because
happening
the
since
sex didn't begin
2017.
until then.
I think he was posting shit about a Mexican kid who fucked his mother and got 9 years prison and was defending it. And this is back in
Yeah,
2017.
Chris.
I think this has been going on for a lot longer, or
It
I
could go back to the idea guys, but I don't know. Because Chris stopped looking for
estrogen.
girlfriends when the idea guys came.
Estrogen. Fuck. When he must have dropped estrogen for a bit too. Oh, he was just using it. Look, he already has fucking gynecomastia. He's you know,
He already has that.
yeah.
Uh,
And if so, even if he wasn't using any, he may have just been saying he was using estrogen.
it's
Cause,
all, yeah, I haven't seen any proof he's on anything. He's done premenstrual patches or some kind of estrogen patches you get over the counter.
well, he has
I don't know
a
what he's done
vagina through
those.
binaural beats and using a knife.
Uh,
Same, he didn't get sepsis from that. I mean,
I'm surprised.
I don't, I never used to hate Christian. The only reason, and I said in my videos, if it's proven that he's not guilty, I would apologize because usually when someone's accused of something, I don't just go and say, oh, he did it, you know. But this situation, there's no way he was going to be in jail for that long, and they definitely would have used a rape kit on Barb, and
Yeah, I think
within
they
two
did. They got it
seconds.
the first. Yeah, I know. I don't care what the court says. He's guilty of sin.
Yeah.
I really don't care. It's obvious.
So that's why I
And
don't care what happens to
I
him.
think if, and I think if the court says he's innocent, and I think this is within, I think Katie should help Chris actually sue the state for the 2 years of jail, just so he can have this. That money should not go to Caden's hands; it would be Chris's money. But Chris should sue the state for the unlawful for him being locked up for all that
But
time.
he would
He
have
should
already,
sue them
no,
just
he
for
would
out of
already
principle.
have done that. That would already be happening straight the fuck away if he didn't make some form of weird plea they dropped it. You know,
Yeah, I don't know how,
he wasn't
why,
acquitted
but
either. There's no information. And it could be that Barb refused to press charges. It could be that the state realizes that he is so fucking insane that he'll just get a mental health. He should be in a psych prison. I was hoping that the Christian thing was done. Saga or Incest
I
Saga
thought it was
was the
over
end.
too.
Yeah, and here we are.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be the group home and that would be the end of it. But
We're
no
gonna have to
matter where Chris
fucking deal with
goes,
this for the
he's
rest of
going
our lives. We're both gonna have to deal with Chris for the rest of our lives, and people will
the rest of
support him.
his anyway.
Yeah. And we're not in a situation where a lifer. No, he doesn't deserve that. But I am just astounded.
Well, it's Caden's problem now, and I'm going to make Caden's life a living hell. I have all the stuff I need for that. I want to send Christmas cards and birthdays and Fourth of July's.
Just fucking.
They're gonna get a little bit.
No, don't, Jake. Fuck Christian. He's a piece of shit. Who cares about the people who are handling him? Just you saw something in him that existed 10 years, more than 10 years ago, and that had a profound impact on you because you related deeply to that, and that gave you a profound connection to Christian. However, that Christian doesn't exist anymore. He did, though. He did exist that way, and that is who you fell in love with. The Christian that has stolen your work, fucked you over, and you have been slandered for fucking years, where I'm the only fucking person who has actually shown what you're like. He's a piece of
Yeah,
shit. And you don't deserve any of this shit. People like Gibby, and look, I don't want attention. I sent shit to Gibby and Gino Samuel purely to give context to who you are. Not the interviews where you were drunk and in delirium tremors and shit, but like you've been for the past, year and a half of live
yeah,
streams you've managed to fit in, which make you boring, which is good, because you're a fucking human being, and you've got a mystical belief system that you pulled out of doing occult shit from the Simon Necronomicon by Peter
yeah.
Lavender. I've used that book too. It's called Chaos Magic, and it works.
Hell
It's
yeah.
because Lovecraftian shit is unbelievably powerful. That's why I won't go into the whole thing right now, but I definitely need to talk about why I love. I mean, Abdul al-Hazrad, the mad Arab from Yemen. Yemen is the home, the birthplace of magic in the Middle East. Yeah, it's that was the name fucking H.P. Lovecraft gave to himself when he converted to Islam when he was a kid. So the character in his own books is the Islamic name he gave himself. Because when you become a Muslim,
Yeah,
it's called reversion because everyone is born a Muslim. You're reverting to the rather than converting. So that's why I'm not going to say my Islamic name, but and people know my real name. I'm probably going to get slandered fucking horribly soon, and I don't care. But it is what it is. It's not in the best interest for these people to do that, but I'm stuck in some sectarian bullshit of an organization that dragged me into their world. So I feel responsible for actually because I've become in that niche influential. Anyway, point being with Christian, you should sue him, and you would probably win. And moving on, because now that you're not an alcoholic, in the sense, even if you're drinking too much, man, you're not in delirium tremors right now. You you are in the best fucking state I've seen you in. I would look. I don't understand autism. I don't have it. But you, like you are now, I'd never think you're fucking
Yeah.
autistic. You don't do anything that would make me think you're autistic at all.
Well, let me
And
go do that right now.
do you
There you go.
recognize
There's
my
the
facial
autism.
features? But you had, as you said, you make so many good points, and people don't fucking listen to them about autism. I mean, you just should become a fucking activist for, to help young autistic people not be put through the sort of abuse for manipulation that political groups and other even medical health professionals and stuff do not
Yeah.
take into consideration. And look, I'm not against the trans thing. I've got a friend who's transgender. I am not against the. They should not go into a male bathroom. They will just be absolutely. Guys would be like, oh, holding their dicks, going, holy, oh shit, a woman's in there. Sorry, sorry, and then
Yeah, I have never seen a female to male transgender ever try to get into male sports yet. I'm still waiting for it. And I don't think I'm ever going to see it happen.
oh, they've
I think this whole thing's got to be a government scam.
oh,
There's got to be
didn't
some.
someone in the
There's
Olympics or
some.
something? Aren't there
Yeah, there's
heaps of
one in the
them?
Olympics, but it's not a man. It's not. It's male to female though.
Oh, female to
All of them
male.
are male to female, and I think it's a swimmer or something. Leah Thomas.
Well, they don't need to because they just take fucking Anavar and shit, and
And I saw
anabolics
a
and
picture of Leah.
peptides.
And I saw a picture of Leah Thomas. Doesn't look like a woman at all. There's no breast, and even has a bulge down. A
Yeah.
bulge, and nothing. And there's nothing here. It just looks like a dude. And you can actually buy swimsuits in that similar style. They're actually designed for men.
Mm.
I actually found some when I was looking when Target had that fiasco with its transgender swimsuits for kids when they had that issue happen when everyone
Why do they
boycotted
need it
Target. I
for
went and looked it
kids
up
if they are
because they're
going? Because they could just.
groomers.
But if a kid wants to dress as a woman, right? And the
Yeah,
parents go, they're having fun. Fuck it. That you don't need anything specific. They could just go and grab some fucking women's clothing. You know what I mean? And like
yeah, they pulled the product. I saw the product. It
it's fucking
said
ridiculous. Oh,
built with wider section or I don't know it had a tag on it saying what it was. And the bottom part was like a lot wider than it would have than the women's one was. They went compare it with the women's swimsuits. And the women one's real narrow at the bottom, and the men's one it was real wide, like men's underwear are, like men's briefs are. It's like a couple inches wide. And I was like, this thing it's in the kids section. It goes down to like toddler. I think the small size was like
oh,
T was like T, which is toddler.
Jesus Christ.
So Target's
Okay, I'm
Target's
wrong about Australia being worse than America or California.
No, we're worse than you by a long shot. At least
Though,
you guys actually protested hard when
well,
shit hit the fan. You guys actually stood
but
up pretty well.
but now $33,000 fine for me if I'm at a cafe writing a article on David Mayat during his
Yeah,
days in Combat 18 and a swastika comes on my screen, bang,
yeah,
$33,000 fine because I'm at a cafe and if a waitress sees it, a swastika could go by even though I'm writing a fucking article. Yeah, fine. You know what I mean? Like it's fuck. And you know why? Because 9 dickheads who are not even associated with any actual hardcore neo-Nazi. I know the Nazi scenes in Australia, right? Well, at least I
Yeah.
know the ones that were really fucking doing shit and hardcore back in the day. Which is why Maya and I have a lot in common, because Combat 18 fucked Maya over. He was involved in it. I was dragged into when Combat 18 guys moved to a certain state in Australia in a certain place, started to emerge when I was a teenager, and they turned all my friends into neo-Nazis, and they were fucking killing people. I mean, like, just fucking in, like I don't have any other fucking friends. I'm a teenager, and me and this French kid who I was very close friends with, were just like, who was kind of a hippie sort of, and me, I'm not really, I'm Slavic for fuck's sake. And so like just kill somebody with fucking baseball bat in front of everybody, that kind of shit. Like these
Wow.
guys, yeah, they committed the dumbest terrorist attack and tried to pin it on one of my friends back in 2010. I can't go into it any more than that. Anyway, so I actually know and have dealt with neo-Nazis from the UK that were militant terrorist neo-Nazis that to try and escape prosecution in the 99, a lot moved to certain parts of Australia. In fact, one of them has their ashes spreaded in every state. I don't know why, but anyway, he tried to fuck over David Myatt and kill him. So anyway, Myatt's still here. Myatt's not a Nazi anymore. Myatt has done some actually good, amazing work with his book, The Numinous Way of Pathomethos. It's an amazing piece of existential philosophy. Anyway, I know what the real fucking Nazis are like. These were a bunch of dickhead teenage guys. We call them bogans, right? White trash.
Yeah.
9 of them sig hailed a trans protest. I don't know what the fake trans people. I support people who are actually transgender because they don't actually. Yeah, they have to actually stand up for themselves. But the thing is, they are just absorbed into society as women. People don't know, literally, because they don't need to tell people that.
Yeah, there's this lady named there's a YouTuber called Blair White
Oh yeah, I remember
who's
her
actually
back in the day.
yeah, she's you can't even tell.
Yeah, yeah.
You can't tell. But
She's had a bit of
all the ones
surgery
I
on her
went to were
face.
those
She was a lot
rallies.
prettier. I think she was a lot prettier in the early days because she's sort of done the American thing with a bit of plastic surgery. I think she looked better before.
Yeah, I've never seen her before. I only got into her recently after we had a protesting last year. I think it was early. I think it was in March, and we had a big ass rally for I don't even know what it was about. Something trans something. So I went down there to take a look, and it was like there was like all of them were not convincing at all. So I was like these have got to be the ones that want to just wreck the community.
And they're fucking over
And there
people
was
who are
no.
trans
They're
in the
just screwing up the
process.
community for everybody else. The ones that are legit, they're ruining it for everybody. Now we're all hated because of.
Mm,
Actually, the whole gay community is
yeah.
hated because these people are wrecking for everybody.
Uh, and
So it's like I
yes,
don't know. It's like
they're
I don't even want to
used.
go to the gay party anymore after because
I'll go to San Francisco and we'll have some.
yeah,
I'll
we'll
get
have some of that.
arrested.
We'll have some
I'll
real
do a Sam Hyde, all
yeah.
right? I'll do a Sam Hyde. Also, I need to get a picture of me dressed like that. I wish I had an AK-47 in that picture. Fucking hell, I needed. I could have. I could have organized a picture of me in the middle of the fucking desert, like dressed
With a
like that.
weapon.
No, no, with a legitimate fucking Kalashnikov. Um, or
Well, we can arrange that in
I
Texas.
know, but it's not going to be in the proper. There's no desert that looks like the picture I showed before, except in the Middle East. I could have organized going fucking shooting while I was there, man. Then I could have the best Sam Hyde picture. Everyone can use this whenever some terrorist attack happens, they can blame me. and use a picture, like they do with
Yeah.
school shootings with Sam Hyde. I'm sorry if I upset you, man. I'm legitimately angry about the whole situation, and that you have. And the reason I keep trying to move you away from Christian is, you know, uh, you are the exception to the locals, because guess what? You're not being milked. You don't have a handler. I guess I'm a gatekeeper because you don't really want to talk to too many people other than me.
Yeah, I don't really
However,
talk to that many people. There is, I do talk to the one of the people in the chat, the Chud, whatever it
Chud.
was, that Chud. He's on Discord. They got another group. They do a Fortnite. I think it's Fortnite, or I don't know what game they do. They play
uh,
some kind of shooter. They play a shooter game, but I think it's Fortnite.
oh, that's lame. That's
And they got one of their friends there who is a genuine cow, and they're always trashing them. But they got respect for me because they know who I am.
well, that's
Because they
good.
know they can't get anything out of me. I'll just leave. I got better stuff to do. And they can't do it. They can't come here in person because they think I'm dangerous. But I could
That's
be.
funny. Well, you are. You are. You were exploited when you were wasted and fucking MK Gibby
It was M.
and that
Gibby,
piece of
and none
sh.
of them ever. I guess none of them ever received your info.
No, like
None
like
of them ever
he
used it.
Gibby should. I don't want fucking attention from the Kiwi farms. Not that, because I'm not worried about the Kiwi farms at all. That used to be like the only worry I had a lot more shit to actually worry about that people didn't know about. But anyway, the Kiwi farms, I don't. I have people who legitimately want to fucking kill me to worry about. I have people whom,
Yeah, you have actual threats to your life.
yeah, yeah.
Key Farm is just annoying.
Yes, and I've been called a retard, an idiot, for a video that is taken out of context, and another person was quite nice to me. I've never actually been on there other than your page because I'm a footnote. I think I haven't checked it in a year.
Yeah, I think you're mentioned for the first. I think it might have
This is
been
the
mentioned for the
Discord.
first interview.
Yeah, and when I made
It seems he's.
sorry,
But as long as I'm not drunk, they'll never make another mention again because there's nothing they can use,
and you sent me
and they
some
can't post the
hilarious
truth.
drunk shit. So the only reason I didn't post it, because you told me to fucking post it, is um you
I
actually
thought you
being
did.
legitimately funny. I don't have that anymore because I had to delete Telegram because of the hackers. Like they got into everything almost. They were so close to getting into
Damn.
my. They know who I am. They know where I live. They know my number. They know everything. And
Damn.
yeah, yeah, you can see why I've been in a bit. Had to disappear, man. And they were locking me out of my accounts, of course. I have authenticators running with different. I have like 30 emails simultaneously running for just one thing, and authenticators on the emails, authenticators on the one thing that email is, you know, for, and then another one,
Yeah.
and another one. Me doing anything takes like an hour, and I have to live this way
Damn.
because I have to have fucking VPNs running 24/7 all the fucking time. I have to. It's in like the hacking campaign against me is still ongoing, but they can't get into anything. They managed to get into this Discord, by the way, for 2 seconds, and I don't know how the fuck they did it because this has got a separate email by itself. This is with an authenticator running. This has also got a separate authenticator running with this
Damn.
Discord and VPNs and shit, and they still got in, and they're for like 2 seconds because I always check who else is logged in to kick
Yeah.
anybody out. And I still have this is my life now. Gee, like, so the Kiwi farms, the only worry about them is them doxing me actually puts me at a far greater risk of being murdered than most people that get doxed on the Kiwi farms, because
Yeah.
there are people that want to kill me from multiple organizations and networks. And so my only I'm going to get doxxed. It's going to happen eventually. But if you come after me, I'll fucking kill you. I'll take a fucking prison sentence too. You're not going to kill me. And I said that I wasn't going to fucking go, you're going to have to, you want to get rid of me, you're going to have to fucking kill me. I only disappeared because something else was fucking things up. Yeah, and I still dealt with your fucking hacking campaign bullshit. And I've still come back. I'm still here. The video, you couldn't even get that taken down, you pieces of shit. You couldn't get that video taken down, even though, because I didn't dox anyone. Yeah, I had to blur the fucking public sex offender record out. And then I just put it on Rumble and on my website. I'm in no legal ramifications from that because it's not illegal what I did. YouTube is just fucking retarded. YouTube wants me back. 500 subscribers, and they're going to give me super chats now, things like that. And, so, like,
They're just gonna control you through it. They're just gonna control you through it. And then you
I
get
should be taken
monetized on there.
down, but because I'm nice to even though I don't like, I fucking hate Nazism, and I'm sick of dealing with neo-Nazis because, well, mostly number one, I know that a lot of them don't see me as even being a human being because I am not even white to them. I'm Slavic. The
Yeah,
only
they seem to have a special hatred for you
yes. So
because
even
you're one of the groups that Hitler tried to kill off.
yes, and the one that provided the most resistance along with the Russians. So we're hated. We're fucking hated. Yeah, there's
Yeah,
lots of neo-Nazis in Serbia and Russia. Because Nazism, they realized that Eastern Europeans, we are not easy people to fucking kill, and we are far far better at ethnically cleansing people than Nazis are.
yeah,
We've been doing it for longer than you Germans. Yeah, yeah, 6 million. Oh, you should see the
yeah. You
history of
got
the
a badass
Balkans.
name. Yeah, you got this badass named Vlad Tepes in your past.
Wait,
You
what?
really want to mess with us? Vlad Tepes was
Oh
the
yeah, Vlad the Impaler.
yeah. Want to?
He
You
he
really want
stopped
to
the
mess
Ottoman
with
Empire.
us?
We'll impale you. I mean, the shit that my grandfather fought in the Yugoslav army in the Royal Serbian Regiment when they got defeated by the Nazis. He then ran off into the mountains with the Chetniks, who have been slandered horribly. And I've got pictures of my grandfather with a man who was later hung by communists called Draza Mihailovic, which just they used to call him Uncle Draza, who because my grandfather was an officer for him in the Chetniks. So they were doing a Taliban against mostly the Croatian SS, German, and also Italians,
Yeah,
fascists. They were hiding in the mountains and just fucking ripping it, while the partisan communists took all the credit because the British intelligence services were infiltrated by communists who gave false reports that the communists were doing the fighting that the Chetniks were doing. So then everything went to shit. But my grand, there came to a point where one German soldier killed, 300 Serbs got executed. They would, because they knew that the Chetniks had children in towns in Serbia, right? They would just take all the kids out of
yeah,
school. And the Croatian flag, to this very day, is the flag that the fucking Croatian SS used while genociding Serbs. And they would
damn.
just take them out of school and fucking just kill all of them. They even shocked Himmler. The only SS group that was as bad as the Croatians were the Derwinger Brigade, which was a punishment battalion run by a pedophile who got fucking rapists and murderers from German prisons to go and kill Slavs. The whole war in Ukraine is been half of the fucking mercenaries that Biden are funding are wearing SS
Yeah.
shit, Derwinger Brigade patches, and to kill Slavs. They're there to kill people like me, for fuck's sake. Biden is funding a Nazis to kill Russians, Slavs.
He
They're
got
only
called out.
there for that.
He got called out like because they got caught funding Azov, the Azov battalion, which I think was a mercenary group. He got in huge trouble, and you just froze.
Oh,
In.
it's switching back. I'm sorry. My internet's like this. I can't really do anything about it. Oh no, I heard your point though. Yeah, yeah. And you know how I've been doing Chinese shit, right? Like
Yeah.
I love playing that game in China. I have I Chinese spooks I have so many I have WeChat and shit because I need to use Chinese apps and stuff to yeah, I don't give a shit. I've got enough people trying to fucking ruin my life to give a shit about
So how's
China
it going with
spying on
the?
me.
So how's the credit score going? How's the social credit score going?
Good, because
I know they
Chinese,
got.
like Serbs
So,
and Russians, my Chinese tutor in Shanghai,
yeah.
I asked her the other day, what, what does China think about Russia? And she's like, we love Russians. And I had, what about Serbia? Because everyone hates Serbia because we've ethnically cleansed a lot of Albanians and Bosnians and shit. So have Albanians, so have Bosnians, so have Croatians. It's the fucking Balkans. It's the most fucked up place in probably in the world in some ways with genocide. It goes back thousands of years, man. The shit in Yugoslavia. It's not new. It's not from World War One or World War Two. This shit goes back over 1,000 years. But anyway, Jesus, I've completely. Oh yeah, yeah. China loves Serbia, and that's interesting. So my social credit score is good because, in a sense, because I'm ethnically from countries they like. Uh,
Well,
but
it
if
looks like it got comments now.
yeah,
Why
Christian this Discord is gang stalking central. Yeah, gang stalking. I wish I had gang stalking. Literally, I wish I had that. At least then I could just take some fucking Thorazine, some Christian antipsychotic medications, and the gang stalking will go away. I'm not on antipsychotics. I wish I was getting stalked, but yeah, I don't have that phenomena. The new Nazis call people they don't like Nazis.
Yep.
Yeah, that's a good comment, Baron. Everyone calls everyone Nazis. It's lost all meaning. That's why I'm going to do it again. By the way, I've been a Nazi this whole time. Jake Hanrahan was right. I am the son of David Mayat. Richard Malt is my uncle. These are actually theories people put out there about me. Because I apparently look sort of like Malt at one point and look sort of like Mayat. Anyway, it's a family thing. I've been involved in Combat 18. I'm actually not Serbian or Russian. I don't look like Rasputin. I don't look like a Slav. I look pure Aryan. Pure Hyperborean. Fuck yeah. So, yeah, David Mayat's my father, because my father is the same age as David Mayat, so it must be true. I'm probably from in the UK and lying and using VPNs and shit. Richard Malt is David Mahet's younger brother. Even though they don't look anyway, but that's just it's a family thing. And so, and David Mamet was all never renounced Nazism. This is all a family thing. I've been grown up with Combat 18 brothers. I have been Cosmic Reichsvolk. Yes, so I've been a Nazi this whole time. I've been in the Order of Nine Angles. I am the outer representative of the Order of Nine Angles. It's official now. Sorry, Chloe, I'm taking over. Oh, someone clips that. That'll be funny. That would be funny. And the best part about doing shit with you, man, is people.
Yeah.
It's so confusing because people have no idea who the fuck I am, and they expect you to be all schizo, and we're just talking about whatever the fuck,
Yep.
and
Well, I'm about to get going. It's like I'm about to have dinner
mm,
pretty soon.
yeah, I've got
It's
to
like,
go too. Uh,
yeah.
And no, God infinitely opens the door to O and A.
Let's see what the last
Hyperborean.
one was.
Yeah, Hyperborean is my favorite word.
Oh,
It's
what's
old Greek for like northerner. I like using it because my Nazi contacts, I always sort of go, yes, I have Nazi contacts. It's my job that I'm in desperate need of funding to keep doing this. But yeah, I like to piss them off by sending them a lot of gay shit. Mostly like femboys and shit
Yeah.
that are Aryan and Hyperborean and that, and I try to like tell Nazis that they're meant anyway. It's an ongoing joke. That's has no context sense in the context of this, but
Well, it's fun at least to get to troll a few people.
yeah. So I always sort of use the language of the Hyperborean shit. I would like a video in Serbian history. Jesus Christ, I should do that. The problem is though, thank you very much, Baron and Busting Billy. If I do that though, I'll have every fucking Albanian. Well, it's funny because I will get comments from Croatians saying it's all bullshit and Serbs started it. I'll get Albanians saying they're gonna kill me. But then I'll just link them banned videos of a certain hip hop group showing Serbian special forces doing a few interesting things. Anyway, yeah. That's the one thing. If I ever
Well,
went
I'm
to
waiting for you
Mecca,
to upload something.
oh yeah, I've just been
You
so
should
sick,
make
man.
that video.
Oh, I am. I will do a video. What do you think of that Thomas Swell guy? I don't know who that is. Who's Thomas Swell?
Well, either.
But yeah, I'm now. You know that my new health routine that I can't talk about.
Yeah.
Yeah, like 3 days ago, I was in an absolute fever dream. Like I could not even get a sentence out. 9 weeks, and I've been told I'll have 6 months of constant fevers every day, constantly, and from long COVID, and be unable to actually do anything for six
Well, I'll
months.
send you some. I'll send you some treatments that people over here have used. Are you able to get your hands on ivermectin, the pill for the one for humans?
No, but you already know that I'm doing a lot better within the past few days, so
Yeah.
I can't go into that anyway.
Well, if you change treatments, Peter McCullough has a treatment protocol. He's been published in America. We've been a lot of people on my side, the doctors who did take the shot, are using this guy named Peter McCullough. He's got a treatment plan for COVID, for long COVID. And it
Well,
seems it works pretty fast. It works within like a week or even faster. It depends on how bad it is.
well,
I'll
mine
see if I can
was.
find it for you.
I think I'll be all right because 3 days ago, yeah, I couldn't. I also have to do physical rehabilitation because of all the injuries I have. I have
Yeah.
atrophy and stuff, so I have to go to the gym and shit. And I've saved a lot of money by yeah, certain things, and so I
Oh,
am rehabilitating myself physically. And Jesus Christ, um, am I getting my life back like that? It's amazing. If depending on how things go down the line, I might
yeah,
um tell talk about the benefits depending on what my doctor says and stuff like that on
yeah.
what I've been doing that I can't go into that has changed everything within 3 days. It's absolutely I can actually even think clearly. That's why I have not been making videos and stuff is all that stress and all the other shit and the health problems
Yeah.
and having a fever where I'm literally just schizo posting and having no idea what I've said or am doing. I just had to step away from everything. Because if I say stupid shit, but if I really fuck up, I can get into the stakes are really high. And yeah, I'm feeling better, and I hope that this continues because I'll be able to do a lot of work. However, if I do not get some form of and to my patrons, thank you so much. I've been so sick. I'm sorry I haven't gotten back to you guys. I appreciate it so much. Anybody that supports what I've been doing, and yeah, I'm gonna have to end up applying for civil servant positions in the Australian government. That's my only option. If I yeah can't monetize myself, but I'll still keep doing shit even if I have to
Yeah.
do that next year. I'm gonna have to send applications anyway, but I don't want to work for the government. But that's that. What else can I do? Uh, hopefully, and yeah, we'll be able to do a lot more stuff. I mean, shit, if you wanna like say something and have a platform to upload it, I'll do a. I'm more than happy to do that. But yeah, I'm sorry if I like black pilled you with the Christian shit.
Well, yeah, we got a new person in here. I don't know who this Baron guy is. I don't remember him being in the other
Oh,
ones.
he's been in every one of them, and thank you. Also, I'm sorry that I'm very bad at this with
I'm
replying.
gonna
Thomas,
try to look up this Thomas.
free market is the solution, yes. Or I can defect to China, marry my Chinese tutor because she's within my age range and just ended a relationship, and in China she's gonna have in culture she's gonna have to get married pretty soon. So we could have a pragmatic marriage of mutual understanding. I will
Well, it
uh,
says.
give do propaganda for you, China. Just give me money and a Chinese waifu, and I'll make it.
You
I'll make it
sure you
happen.
want to end up in China? You know they just released. You know they just released a new plague on us. There's a new pneumonia now. It's called mycoplasma.
Okay.
Like, let me go see what it was called. They just released a new pneumonia on the world. And that Thomas Sewell, he's an author, an economist.
Okay. I'm gonna
It's
have to go
called
in a
Michael.
second, but man, I'm sorry about this
Yeah,
stream being a bit of a
avoid China.
mess.
They're
They're always a mess though, every stream I do, so yeah. But thank you for everyone watching,
no,
and
maybe I'll look him up. Maybe I'll actually look at him.
I will look him up. Consult the Yijing. I do. The I. the I Ching, or the Book of Changes, the I Ching, is I'm very into Taoism.
Yeah.
Uh, the I Ching is um, a commentary on the 64 hexagrams, and it's people compare it to tarot cards. The I Ching is like way it will take I have been studying it for a long time, and I still have trouble. It is so complex. I'm actually learning Chinese because I want to. I'm kind of sick of people wanting to kill me and going to places like Central and South Asia and getting malaria, and my immune system getting ruined. I'm almost dying constantly. So I thought, oh well, China. Well, as long, which is because everyone knows Japanese, and Taoism is treated with a lot of respect in China, even by the Chinese Communist Party, as it's a ethnically pure Chinese religious and esoteric and philosophical tradition that has uh, yeah, and is a national treasure almost. You don't talk shit about Taoism in China. Anyway, I've really got to go.
Yeah. Okay, well, we'll set up
Everyone's
another
so
time.
interesting. Yeah, man, and I really
Hopefully next
wish
time I'll actually met. Hopefully next time I'll have actually met the tenant council, or have actually would have finally done something. But I'll keep you updated if we ever do meet. I'll let you know when, so we can set up a meeting and talk about what a tenant council does.
I'd love to do that, man. Now that we're
Yeah,
back in contact, just contact me on the Discord, and
yeah,
it's
yeah. And
just
don't create that ice that was that CPU
no,
thing.
no,
I don't think you're gonna have much fun with it.
no.
It was funny. It's a funny idea, but I don't think you're not gonna have fun with it.
I'm too
But
busy.
you should have. Yeah,
I just think
too
it's
busy
funny.
exposing the truth. Yeah,
You take care, man, and
yeah. You too.
I will. And thank you for
Anyway, anyway, have a good day.
you too. 再见.